Okay, I guess we are going to get started. All right, so we have a new party member. He's a Grung. And do you have a backstory for Gardrick there, Jim, or do you?
Just a quick 10-cent version of it is he was a loner of the tribe. He spent most of his time just hanging out in the tree lines until he stumbled upon a monastery where he would spy on them, and that's how he learned how to speak common and mimic their tradition of their fighting style. One day, it was overrun by some raiders. Left him very disheartened and, very empty again. So he just wandered out in search of a purpose of life, I guess you can say. But that's the 10-cent version of it.
Okay, well, reading up on Grung a little bit in anticipation, they're not a big population, but there would be. So if you look here on the Roll20 in the upper right there's a map of the Folsom Isles, and this is a little cold for Grung, but in Dimgaard, Grung would be pushed to the very periphery of civilization. They would be hunted pretty rigorously, almost to extinction. And this is the sort of area where they would wind up. So it could be that you have knowledge of some Grung clans or tribes that operate in the shallow waters around these islands, and that's fine. Right now, the area and the internal of these islands have been completely overrun by this new threat called the Makana, which are this hybrid of constructs and humanoids that share a hive mind, a telepathic link that gives them a hive mind. And our heroes are in this point number 11 there is called Falsenport, and that is where we last left the three heroes who are here already. And my guess is that Garrick is concerned about this new menace, who would be very hostile towards Grung because of their poison immunity. The Makana is predicated on the ability to poison humanoids right up front. And so the fact that Grungs can't do that would be a characteristic that would lead the Makana to be very angry towards them.
That's a very good coincidence.
Anybody else getting reverb from all of you? No, it's probably just. No, I think it might be Roll20. I have it set to not
probably
receive any in broadcast. Do you guys? This is really annoying.
Yeah, it's Roll20. I had that last session. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you set that, you have to then. There's a button there to reset your, or maybe you have to refresh before the new speaker settings will take effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's better. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Is this all we have for today?
Yeah, I believe so. In the States here, we had a pretty big holiday this past weekend, and I know that at least a couple of people were traveling today and likely not going to be back by the time we started. So, yeah.
Right. Were we expecting any of the other new players, or was that also for the future?
Yeah, I was expecting. I had brought in a couple of other replacements, but it doesn't look like they're going to make it. I don't know what their story is there. I'll email them afterwards to find out what happened to them. Yeah.
But if we're missing like 4 people, do we want to still have the session, or do we want to just postpone it?
I mean, ultimately that's up to you. It will scale to 4 players, and 4 players is a pretty good number.
I'm perfectly fine with 4.
Yeah, if it's scaled down to 4 players, then I think it's fine.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so
If it wasn't scaled down to 4 players, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
So Jim, do Grung speak Common? I'm just curious.
Mine has learned it through the one of the talents. Let me pull it up. He learned it under one of them. I forget which one it was.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, so I guess this Grung ends up in Folsomport, learns about Parnath, Jacaranda, and Connor, who are trying to help the situation under the threat from the Makana, and would make his way to introduce himself to them. So if you want to, if you want to make a more elaborate introduction, that's fine at this point.
He probably would sit and watch them for a minute, their interactions before venturing into a party.
Okay.
Or into a conversation.
Okay, so Connor, I believe, was working to supply fresh water to at least some of the populace. Is that correct?
Yes.
As well as Tyndall, he also had purified food and drink.
I don't think he's here today.
He's not here today, but that was what his plan was.
Yeah.
And then what are Jacaranda and Parnath going to do in light of these ongoing challenges to Folsomport?
I guess trade is the other thing that we need to consider. Or, yeah. So I guess trying to persuade incoming trade through the port.
Okay, so Connor, who is all right? So you have some choices as to what you can do regarding the water supply, right? You can try to distribute that evenly, which would be a small benefit to everyone, or you could target a smaller number of. So there are about 1,100 residents in Folsomport, and you could decide, I'm going to sell this, or I'm going to distribute it to the children, or right, and then it would be a significant benefit to that limited group that you're providing it to, but the rest of the town would not benefit from it. I don't know what you want to do in that capacity.
I think a little bit to everyone is probably the best.
My vote is still for selling it. Sorry, I cut you off.
For selling it? No.
I mean, hear me out.
No. I mean, no. I understand, but no. This as like him as a character, he would not sell it.
Okay.
I guess you sort of have to ration the water then.
Yeah, and I'm assuming because I remember one of the other things was myself and Tyndall wanted to contact halfling communities to see if they can try and distill ocean water. Try and increase the supply.
Yeah, that's not something that's going to be immediately. Right. So you would either. So do any of the characters have any sort of mechanical knowledge, like tinkering or anything like that, to teach and advise the halfling distillers how to convert their equipment to fresh water? or is it just going to be up to them? You're just going to make the suggestion and leave it to them to figure it out?
I only have smiths and carpenters, so I probably would have no idea.
I mean, I have brewer supplies, if that would help. Tools.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that actually is perfect. Right, so
with a little herbalism kit as well.
That makes it even more perfect.
I guess as I fled, I would have come to this and watched y'all from a distance and kind of figured out what are y'all trying to accomplish, if y'all were friendly or foe. What is your motive in this area? And seeing that you were trying to provide food and water, that would have tugged at my heartstrings, and I would have approached.
Yeah. So the situation is that these Makana have polluted the groundwater and the river, so that they are now disease-ridden. It's sight rot is the name of the disease, and so the goal would be to show the. So in this community, the halflings are known as the distilling, as that's sort of their niche within the economy, would be to show them how to convert their stills from distilling hard liquor into purifying water. So, yeah, I think that would be either wisdom or intelligence, whichever is better for you, and then make me a brewer's. Or it would be a check with proficiency. Yeah. So you can make whatever skill check, but it's actually a brewer's tools.
So it'd be just a 20 plus my proficiency, which is a +2 bonus. I'm kind of a little odd.
So because you're proficient in brewer's tools, it would be your a D20 plus your proficiency bonus, which is +2, and then whichever you have the best modifier. Wisdom is good. Yeah.
So it'd be 13.
That would actually be a 13. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you convey the idea. There's a little skepticism on, but their halflings knows what it is like to be undersized and have people not invest you with the amount of respect. So it's going to take them some time to convert their skills, but they will be able to after you spend a day or so working with them on that. I need everyone to make me either a nature check or a medicine check, whichever you're best at. Oh, that's good.
Oh, there you go.
17 is the low. Very good. So we don't suffer within the wider community. There are still significant people suffering from sight rot. There's still a little bit of sewer plague. That's going to take some days of rest from people who, even though we've eliminated the source of the contaminated vermin, that's going to be a while before we're able to eradicate that completely. But we managed to avoid the sight rot, so that's good. Yeah. And then what was Karnath going to do? I'm sorry, remind me. What were Karnath and Jack Ron going to do?
Trying to dissuade the incoming boats, the dock, to upload their goods.
Okay, so the situation is that as soon as they hear about the numerous epidemics, they either leave or they move offshore for some distance, and it appears to be intent to wait several days before they expose themselves to any sort of danger.
Okay.
But they do put into port for at least a short while before a word immediately reaches them that hey, there are numerous diseases running rampant in Folsom Port.
Make it worth their while, like gold-wise?
I don't think gold's going to help with the plague.
No, but it would at least be an incentive for them to not just instantly leave.
Yeah, that would. I mean, yeah, these are commercial vessels. They are. I mean, that is a primary motivator for them. So it would. So yeah, you would be able to make an impression on them if you were to give them some extra gold just to unload. Sure.
I could just lie to them.
If you want.
You guys want to go with that?
Well, if you want to do that
Your choice.
separately, that's fine.
Yeah, you could try to deceive them, try to convince them that that the port master is, I don't know, delusional, or I don't know what lie you want to fabricate.
Yeah.
Mine would be more persuasion with money involved.
Yeah.
Right.
I think what we could do is we could just say the portmaster. We could just tell them the portmaster is a Makana, and we need these supplies in order to, fend off the invasion. They didn't want that, and so they lied. Sucks for the portmaster, but everybody's got to make sacrifices these days.
I'm sorry, I don't think I'm following. So, ship comes into port. The captain disembarks with his bill of lading. The portmaster says, "Yeah, we got a lot going on here. People are being converted to the Makana. There are also several diseases. The water's tainted." And then you come along and say, "What now?"
I'm going to actually, I want to bring I want to plan this out beforehand, because we presumably know that these ships are coming in, right, before they actually make it?
Yeah, the portmaster has I mean, it's not a to the minute schedule, but he has a general idea of commercial ships that he's expecting. Yes.
Okay. So what will need to happen is I'm going to need at least 2 of you guys to come with me and pretend to arrest the portmaster. And I'll just basically just tell him he's a dissident. No, absolutely not. He's completely false. We'll let him go later, obviously, but at least for now, we need to at least give the facade of trade being available. Would you guys be willing to help me out with that?
It probably
No.
would not be me, since I am just a toad.
I would
Yeah,
not be able to help either. I'm too busy with water.
Yeah, I don't think you have to. I think Karnath's the only one who's available to help you. Connor's working with the water, and the Grung is
Wait.
teaching the halflings how to convert their distillery into distilling water.
Karnath, what do you mean you can't help me? You're freaking like 7 feet.
I'm not saying I can't. I'm saying I won't.
Why not?
I'm not going to
He can't lie
to these people.
I'm not asking you to lie. I'm asking you to pretend to arrest him, and I'll do all the lying.
What do you mean pretend to arrest him? Is he in on this? Or am I just assaulting a man?
That's no deceit.
Yeah, he's in on it. You need to arrest him because he's in on it. Do I need to? I'm assuming I need to roll deception for Karnath.
I don't believe you. I mean, the portmaster's here, right?
This is presumably like a couple hours before.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think he would agree to that, so no.
Well, I mean, he's not going to resist. He's just going to go to the Vigraph and or the Zargraph. Actually, the Zargraph
just sold me.
Yeah, and say, yeah, this guy just kicked me off of my port. and that's like his duty is to manage the port.
Well, if you want to help me, like I'm willing to front money for this. If you can help me persuade them to actually stay in port.
Any amount of money that's going to give that's going to make a trade ship be willing to come into a port with 3 plagues, I'm not willing to front. That's more because
listen. I'm fronting the money. I don't know how. Well, I mean, I have 110 gold on me, right?
I don't think that's going to be enough.
I don't need anything.
No, that would be.
No, that'll be a lot.
Yeah, I mean, a comfortable lifestyle is 60 gold pieces for a month. So
for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
So like,
never mind then. That makes it easier.
If you paid them, I think even 30 gold, they'd be at least willing to stay maybe another like few days.
We don't want them to stay. We want them to drop off We want them to drop off their supplies. That makes just pretty much everything so much easier. We won't even have to worry about, presumably, getting in water anymore. We'll actually have trade. As long as we pay this guy off, we're golden. If paying him off is an option with the money we have, then we should absolutely do it. I was under the impression that we would need a lot more.
Sure.
Let's do it then.
Fine. I'm willing to, like, is 100 gold fine?
Yeah, 100 gold would give you advantage on the check, actually.
Sure, that works for me.
All right.
Do you want to roll it? I'm presuming your persuasion's higher than mine.
Oh, for sure, yeah. All right, you ready? Is there anything else we need to do before we hit this?
I think that's good.
All right. Boop. And with advantage.
Okay, so you convince there are like 3 ships that come in that day, and with 24, they will stay and unload their supplies. That's good. Yeah, so we're going to have there will be enough supplies there that we know are not tainted because they just arrived to feed the community for at least a couple of days there. Yeah.
We need to set up guards around these so they don't get contaminated.
I guess we can. Yeah, I mean that makes sense as well. We can stay there too.
Okay.
Or stolen. That's also a problem.
Okay, so towards the end of the afternoon, I'm assuming that everyone's going to want to confer on the results that they've managed to attain. Is that right? So we're all going to together huddle up again.
Yeah.
Can you have the nameplate on the ground just so I can see the names? Makes it easier to remember.
Garrick.
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 Garlic.
Garlic.
He's yellow too. Garlic.
All right, we got him.
Garlic works.
Does his poisons taste like garlic?
I think it's more of a hallucinogenic. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Forget mushrooms. Garlic's the new drug of choice.
Are you purely a monk? Because that's a very, very funny sight.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are you purely a monk?
Yes.
That's very good.
Oh yeah, it's a very odd one because I have a spear I'm carrying with a barrel that is rope tied to my back.
Oh, okay. Like a harpoon,
large barrel.
Okay, so we're pretty satisfied with the day's activity. We think we've made a lot of progress there, and we are. When suddenly things kind of go awry.
Oh boy. When did they not?
Skip that. All right, so as you are huddling in Folsom Port, suddenly across this, it's kind of like a little green belt or park sort of area, suddenly 3 young tieflings, barely adolescents. They rush past you. One is desperately clutching a jug of sloshing water. Hot on the tieflings' trail are armed humans shouting at the tieflings, accusing them of both theft and sabotage of the wells in the human neighborhoods. It's obvious that the humans, though clearly afflicted with diseases, aim to make a deadly example of the tiefling children who infiltrated the human neighborhood. So
Hey, guys, remember when I said we should kill the racist? Remember when I said we should do that? Yeah, I remember that.
So I guess the first question is are we going to let these humans chase down these three tiefling, kids and kill them?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
No.
Rapier comes out. Ducks in front of the kids. Nope.
I'm casting thaumaturgy to yell at them to stop.
If they move a step closer to me, I'm sticking them.
Where are the tiefling kid tokens, or are they not on the map?
They're back over here. I didn't actually put them on the map. They just ran past you.
It's around there.
They look like they are intent to keep on running unless you shout at them in some way.
All right, so the kids are... I'm confused. Where are they?
Oh, I mean... let me put some tokens out there for the kids.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Also, I forgot this. I forgot create or destroy water as a spell. Fortunately,
Right.
It's not a ritual spell. Oh. So only up to 40 gallons, but I think 40 gallons is quite a lot.
You can prep it.
Oh yeah, I prepped it. I was changing my spells while y'all were talking about the ship. I almost said quartermaster for some reason.
Just to let you know what's going on here. We've got four look like just common riffraff carrying clubs, and someone is proficient in medicine, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We have two people proficient in medicine, I believe.
All right. So the riffraff looks like all of them look like they are suffering from sewer plague, which in some way or another. So they look very tired, like they haven't had a good night's rest in some time. And then, so we got four riffraff, and then there are four who are carrying martial weapons. They're carrying short swords and hand crossbows.
All right. Are the kids No, the kids aren't the goblins. Where are the kids?
No, those.
Okay.
Yeah. I almost thought they were dabbing for some reason from looking at them afar.
Yes. Jesus fucking Christ.
3 dabbing tieflings.
All right.
All right, so
do you guys want to... Somebody's got to probably go with the kids. Do you want me to do that, or do you guys...
they would probably trust you the most.
Well, when you interpose, the kids stop. Yeah, they're not going to... If you're going to interpose yourselves, they stop at that.
But I'm just going to interpose saying, we need to see both sides of this story.
No, there's no both sides of the story. Raver's coming out. I pointed at them. You move, you die.
No, I listen, because they're making claims that they tainted the water, which I think we have to investigate and see whether or not that's true.
They didn't taint the water. These are serial racists. We know exactly what's happening here. Saying anything else is just deluding yourself.
Well, I mean...
We're not going to do guilty until proven innocent. It should always be innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, attempted murder.
Do
guilty.
Sorry. Have a jug of water, or just one of them?
Just one of them. And so
Can you detect whether or not there's poison in it? Or disease?
I can ritual cast it.
Are they amenable to wait for that to go through?
No, the humans are not going to wait around for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no. I don't have it either, but here I can. I want to negotiate with them. If they really want more water, I can make them more water right now.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is we've got these three little devils who infiltrated our fine, upstanding human neighborhood when they have no right or need to be there. They have a well of their own in their own community. The only reason that they
All
need to
the
come to
wells.
us is to poison our own water.
No, you listen to me here. I've been spending the past few days, all my days, purifying as much water as I can for this entire town. You are not going to stand here and say that they stole water, that they poisoned your well. Every single well here is currently poisoned. Now you shut the hell up. They are desperate, just as you are. If you want more fucking water, I'll make you more water right here, right now.
Do we know if the poison in the water is it odorless and tasteless, or can you taste something and does it have an
It's
odor?
diseased.
It's diseased.
Oh, it's diseased. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It carries a disease called sight rot. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
But that's a fair point. Does it change the water in any way?
I don't think it does.
It would be very hard to detect it with either a nature or a medicine check, but you could conceivably do so. But it's very,
You'd
very
probably
subtle.
need like Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
You need Gordon Ramsay level like a taste buds to taste the difference.
And by the way, the three tieflings, they insist that their wells are tainted, and that they thought that the human wells would be free of disease. And they're just trying to get water for their families.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm going to actually whisper to Connor really fast. Can you negotiate / distract them while you get the kids out of here?
Yes. Just make sure they don't actually drink that water. It's probably tainted as well.
Sounds good. You start talking, I start moving.
Yeah.
Stealthily as possible.
Like, your well is poisoned as well, isn't it? Theirs is too. Every well is.
Obviously, there's a shortage of water for everyone. You're not the only ones in this.
All right.
I don't know if any of y'all have been seeing, but a bunch of clerics and myself have been purifying as much water as we can, and we're barely keeping up with demand.
And if that while they're talking, I'm slowly whispering to kids, come on, this way, come on.
Yeah, so you could make a persuasion check at that point. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's what I do.
Fuck.
Well, okay. I got him.
All right, so that's actually going to. They see Jacaranda trying to help the saboteurs escape, and that's going to put us into initiative at that point.
Oh boy. I just want to highlight, I don't want any of them to be lethally killed. Just knock them out.
All right, so Jim,
we already have bad enough relations as it is.
So Jim, you need to click on your token and make sure it's selected, and then in your character sheet there's an initiative option to roll on.
My second 5 of the day.
Let's see. Did I go?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, where's my... There you go. And... Boop.
Oh yeah, I forgot to fix that actually.
I have a +6 to initiative, and I never get good initiative. It's weird.
How do you not get, like, second or third?
I don't know. It's my entire subclass. I get to add my charisma bonus.
Wait, what's the class did he take? Was it Swashbuckler?
Yeah, it's Swashbuckler.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's Rakish Audacity or whatever. So I have a +6 to initiative because it's my con plus my dex.
So you rolled a fucking 5.
Yeah, I know. It's whack. Oh, well.
Okay, so Gardrick, these crazy big people, they're trying to kill each other. And your first act.
All right. I would most likely disrobe myself, post right here, and take a standard melee attack.
Don't just. While you do that, I'm going to just say, don't kill them. Relations are bad enough already.
Why not? Just go for it. It's less water we have to give out.
That's 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, so I click this for damage. No.
Smack.
I actually have to hit this button.
Uh,
4 damage. Now, are they gonna? How do you want to do this? Because skin-to-skin contact puts a poison on them, a poison condition.
yeah, so you can apply that to your weapon attack and do an extra 2d8 damage, is my understanding, right?
Well, it's also any skin-to-skin contact.
Well, they have to be grappling you before that happens.
Even if a cleric goes to heal me, they would have to make a DC roll.
Yeah.
For real?
I'm pretty sure it's skin to skin. So if someone's wearing gloves, so you hit them on a chest piece, it's not gonna work.
I'll check. You're a
any
grung,
creature
right?
that grapples you or otherwise comes into direct
any
contact with your
creature that
skin.
grapples you or otherwise comes in contact with your skin.
Okay, but before we go
of 12.
Before we go any further, go up on your D&D Beyond. Click on that button that says Beyond 20.
Click on the Beyond 20 that has access to the site. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it says Beyond 20, and it brings up a menu that says Beyond 20 Quick Settings, right?
Okay.
Then go on More Options, right?
Hello?
Yeah, so and then click on More Options.
More options, copy.
Okay. Then it says Type of Roll, and you want to push that over to where it says Always Roll Twice.
Always roll twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Saved.
Okay. All right. Because we end up rolling with advantage and disadvantage a lot. Okay. So are you going to proc your poison on that guy is the question.
Yes. And all it does just gives disadvantage.
No, the poison damage, right?
No. If I apply it to my weapon, a piercing weapon, it'll hit with a 2d4. If it's a skin to skin, as in grapple or otherwise come in direct contact with my skin, it's just a DC 12 Constitution save, or get the poison for 1 minute, which is a disadvantage roll.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So you didn't use a piercing weapon. I'm with you, right? So okay. So he takes some bludgeoning damage. Anything else from Garwick?
I'm just going to move 5 feet to the other side of him, and that's my turn.
You have a bonus action attack from.
I don't know how healthy these people are, so I don't want to, split their skull open.
Well, with a melee attack, you can make it. If you take them to 0 hit points, you can render them unconscious instead of killing them.
Okay, well then I will take another attack then. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get used to playing again.
No, it's fine.
Shit, how do I just roll one time? Oh, wait, here. I guess it'll be the first attack, not the second one. So 15 to hit.
15 hits, yeah. And then roll your damage.
Shit, it's going to roll it twice, isn't it?
No, it should just roll the damage once. Okay.
Okay, I see. So the 6 would be the first damage.
Yes,
Let's see what
correct.
it did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so 6 only, not the 7. And that would
correct.
be, so that's my turn at this time.
Okay.
Or it would have to make a DC 12 Constitution save
From what?
for the poison, the skin poison. Unless you want to rule it, that's not a thing, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I don't think that an unarmed strike would be enough skin-to-skin contact to proc.
That's perfectly.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay, it is Karnak.
Then I'm done.
All right.
Sure. I'll move up. I'll rage. Then me and Connor get 2 temporary hit points. And I'll swing at the guy below me. Oh, sorry. I should say recklessly, but that didn't matter.
Anything else from Karnak?
That's my turn.
Right, so he's going to move up and he's going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Through the building?
Wait, no, it would be... Oh, these guys should not be in the building. Yeah. Should be something like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so he's going to cast a Vicious Mockery on, I guess, on Karnath. So I need a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw from Karnath.
Wisdom, okay.
Karnath takes 1 point of psychic damage and is at disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Sure. That seems a bit unusual for people to be having spells.
It's not. Yeah, it duplicates a spell effect, but it's really just a product of their goading. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
I want to imagine the use of the fire, like the burning fire logo for Karnath's disadvantage just because he got burned by the insult.
Oof.
Okay, so this guy activates a tattoo on his arm and is now shrouded in darkness. So he's going to move up and attack Connor.
All right.
Connor doesn't have a way to see through magical darkness, right?
No. Wait, did he cast darkness on himself?
He actually activated a spell rot tattoo, but yeah, he cast darkness on himself.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
Oh, that definitely hits.
So that's going to crit for 5.
And Great Armor Master brings that down to 2.
Okay. Jacaranda's turn.
All right. Yep. I'm yelling. I'm just gonna yell to everybody else. Hey, maybe we leave this one to the authorities and to the kids. I'm just going. All right, this way. Come on. The kids aren't on the initiative, so I'm just going to... Oh, they are actually on the initiative.
Yeah.
At least one of them is.
Yeah, right now
Connor's
they're just dodging. Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to, like, usher them, or what do I need to do to move with them?
You're wanting to flee with them? You're wanting to run away with them?
Well, like, I gotta get these kids out of here. If one of them gets past them, they're all screwed.
Just don't drink the water.
Sounds good.
So right now they're just dodging.
Yeah, come on. I'm moving this way, and I'm ushering them to follow. I'm assuming they're just dodging, so...
Yeah,
yeah.
they will run away. Yeah, that's an option for them, sure.
I just want to usher them, and I want to go. And actually, if I can, I want to... No, wrong, not there. I have a bonus action to dash too, so I'll definitely use that as well. Get behind here, and let's see, where's my... Yeah, no. I'm not. I don't have time to shoot. I'm gonna I don't have an angle either with those trees. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and try and get the kids to follow me.
Okay.
And I think that's just gonna be my turn.
Okay.
Anything else I need to do?
Nope. All right, so this commoner is going to insult Gardrick there, so I need a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw from Gardrick. So on your D&D Beyond, yeah, there we go. Oh.
It would be the 9. I'm gonna have to take the double rolls off.
No, you want to leave the double rolls on there, and it will always be the first one unless you are rolling with advantage or disadvantage. That will speed things up dramatically. Okay. Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So Gardrick takes
9.
3 points of psychic damage and is disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Three damage and disadvantage. Copy.
This one's going to move over and attack Connor.
All right.
Uh, 23 to hit Connor.
Yep.
For 8 piercing.
Yep.
Another 9 on sneak attack there.
Oh no.
Guess this one is just going to try to attack Karnath there.
My 15 will hit, but Swan get reduced to 0.
Well, they don't have advantage. Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you recklessly attack. That's right. Yeah. So 1 will be reduced to 0. You said, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, can he see in the darkness?
He cannot see. Yeah, but you can't see him either. So they offset.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, but wouldn't that just be a straight roll then?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So 7 would miss anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. That means now the commoner can see through magical darkness?
What's that? I'm sorry?
The guy who just attacked me.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Presume warlocks of some kind? I don't know.
9s miss Karnath, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 15 AC.
Okay. It is Connor's turn.
I am going to have to heal myself here. And that'll be my turn. I can't do much.
Okay. $16 to hit Karnath.
I'll do it, yeah.
For a total of 7.
So 7 down to 3 then, yeah?
Okay. And then a 21 for 6.
2. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the 3 tiefling kids run off the scene to the west there. Gardwick's turn.
All right. If I move here, would this give me advantage on the? I got, what is it? A commoner below me, south of me.
He's in magical darkness, so unless you have a way to negate the magical darkness, it would be a straight die roll.
It might be worthwhile hitting him if he's concentrating on a spell to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he is or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I can attempt to, but I cannot see in darkness either.
Okay. Is that what Garwick's going to do? He's going. Okay. 6 is going to miss him. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to swing for my bonus action. I'm going to spend a key point and use Fury of the Blows.
Okay, so you'll get 2 more attacks.
2 more attacks. So this would be
Come on.
my 2 attacks here, right? So a 20
that's
and a
one
16.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the other one, because it's a disadvantage, right, or no?
Yes, you are at disadvantage on this. Yeah. He can see
so
you,
I
and
have
you
to
can't
roll
see
again
him.
for the second hit.
No, you had a 20 and a 16, so a 16 still hits.
Well, then,
and then on your final one, you have a 9, which will miss. Right? But the 16 hits on the second one.
Okay, so I roll 1 damage. Wait.
Here, I'll click on it for you. Okay.
Why is it not working? Oh, there we go.
Right. And he makes his concentration check.
At least he's making
it.
But he does take 6 bludgeoning damage there. Anything else from Gardwick?
I am going to just move 1 more in this direction. And that is my turn.
If you move 1 more down here, you get my aura, which gives 2 temporary hit points per turn.
Yeah.
It'd be a good idea.
Okay, Karnath's turn.
So yeah, I'll use my bonus action. Me, Connor, and Garlic get to 2 hit points. And I will keep swinging on the guy at the south of me. Recklessly, which I guess negates the advantage. 24
Yes, that hits.
or 8.
Okay. And he is bloodied now. Anything else from Karnak?
That's it.
Okay. Uh, 23 to hit. I'm sorry, 17 to hit Karnath.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
2.
For a total of 16.
Okay, plus that.
And
8. That's fine.
This man has been rolling such good sneak attack damage. My God.
and then a 16. Does a 16 hit Karnath?
Yeah, 15 AC currently.
Okay, for 4 piercing.
Okay.
It is Jacaranda's turn.
Right. Yeah, we're booking it. Yeah, we out. I'm staying with the kids.
So you're
I'm
going to
gonna-
abandon your
Why?
party
They're
members.
fine. The kids are fine. They're not under attack. We are, right?
All
They're not
right.
in combat.
Yeah, you're actually right. I'm gonna find a place to hide them. Say stay here, and then I'm gonna try and go back. Does that require an action?
They're going back to their families. They're not going to stop for you now.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Let's see. Okay.
Just get their address later so we can pay them a visit and cure them.
I'll tell them what time is it about?
It's late in the afternoon.
I don't know.
Like, come back in an hour, I guess.
I'll tell them. I don't know any specific meeting spots, but I'll tell them to meet me at noon at town. I don't know if there's like a restaurant or like a sweet store or something, just a place. I don't know.
What about Carl the Smith? Just meet at his smithy.
Yeah, but a kid's not going to want to go to a smithy.
I mean, it's just a meeting point.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll just tell them to meet me at Carl's tomorrow at noon, and then I'll head back over here. Let's see. That is okay. Let me see. Okay, so they are within 80 feet of my crossbow. I'll shoot at the one that I have an angle on with Connor. Do I have to move around the tree to do that?
No. Mm-mm. He would have a +2 to AC because of the tree, but I don't see a way for you to get away from that.
Okay. Am I hidden since I went around a corner, or do I need to make another check for that?
Well, he's in darkness. Do you have a way to see through magical darkness?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the darkness. Yeah, that'd be a bit of an issue, wouldn't it?
That's going to be true of everybody, except for this one.
All right. Okay, so there's nobody that can see. Presumably, from what I know, I don't know anything else. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop that. I'll take another move action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll bonus action hide behind the tree, and I'm just gonna watch because I can't shoot into that thing. I don't want to run into that thing without being able to see anything. I'm just gonna hide and wait for somebody to come out or the thing to go down. So I don't have a lot of options. I can't shoot into that.
Yeah, you know their location. You mean you
I mean, I know their location, but I can't see their who's who. I don't want to shoot like anybody, especially.
You run no risk of
Connor.
shooting anyone except for the person you're trying to hit. Unless they take the hide action, which none of them have, you know their location.
Okay.
It's probably like you can vaguely see everyone's silhouettes, in a sense.
Well, and you can hear their voices, and they're just that. I mean, you can't see them, so you have disadvantage, but you
Oh yeah,
have a location. No, but actually they can't see you either. So just
so it's even.
Yeah, so it's a 23, and Connor will proc your sneak attack against that guy.
Excellent. So that's a total of 18 damage. Jesus.
Yes.
Nice.
When rogues on both sides start proccing high damage and sneak attack.
Either one really. I don't care. Wow, he's not down. Yikes.
He's still maintaining his concentration though.
Wow.
Okay.
Pesky warlock.
Absolute champ. All right. Well, that's my turn.
All right, so this is going to come up here, and I need a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw from Jacaron, as this commoner is yelling vicious insults at you.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, you are not affected by his insults.
What an incredibly rude thing to say. I'm mildly insulted, and I will shoot you in the face the first chance I get. Just give me a second.
What a rude bitch.
Unkind man.
All right.
Oh, they really do want my ass, don't they? Okay.
I'm assuming a 7 misses Jacaranda.
Yeah, no.
And an 11 misses Karnath. So, a 15 is Karnath's AC, is that right?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Takes 13 points of piercing damage. And it is Connor's turn.
I'm going to attempt to whack the guy maintaining darkness. Oh, that's not it. There you go.
An
I
11
don't think an
misses.
11 hits.
No,
Yeah.
11 misses him. Yeah.
I can't do anything else then.
It does or doesn't?
It does not hit him, no.
It misses. I really need to invest in a bonus action option.
So we got a crit against Karnath.
Mm-hmm. What's the sneak attack? Nice.
Okay.
That's a very high roll.
24.
25 total then, yeah.
Oh, 25, okay.
Please tell me you're not down yet.
4 health.
Oh.
Uh, 15 for 2 bludgeoning against Karnath.
Okay. 1 to 3.
Yeah, we're just going to take those guys out of initiative. And it is Gardwick's turn.
Yeah, I'm going to attack the one with the spell. darkness spell.
Yeah, a 17 hits him.
Okay. I'll roll. Do I roll damage and then go for the unarmed, or just yeah? Sorry, that was a stupid question.
No, that wasn't a stupid question.
There are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
I'm not sure why you're not automatically rolling your damage, though.
I don't know, because sometimes I hit to roll the damage and it rolls the dice on the d20. I mean,
That's
on
strange.
yeah. So now it's not letting me roll the dice on the page anymore. It's just showing me my page.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do that.
Huh.
There we go. No, it's not me. It's you.
Okay. So the
Yeah,
darkness
it's
goes away
rolling
there. The darkness goes away there.
Yes.
You hit this guy next.
Yeah.
14.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. Please just roll. I honestly don't. Oh, there it is. Okay, good.
Okay. Anything else from Garlic?
That is it.
Okay. Before we move on, let's go back to your D&D Beyond, and
Okay.
you click on that Beyond 20, and it brings up the more options, right?
Okay, going to more options.
And then down there, about halfway down, it says auto roll damage and crit, and you should have that selected to on. Do you have
Yeah,
that?
it's highlighted blue. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's highlighted blue.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Karnath's turn.
I'll swing normally at the one beneath me. Ten misses, I presume.
Yes, so 10 misses.
Bonus action, keep everyone up to 2 hit points, temporary hit points.
Okay.
Do those hit points stack?
They do
No.
not.
Okay.
So 2's the maximum you can have.
Okay.
And by the way, there, Gardwick, you did say you were going to render them unconscious and not kill them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, just unconscious.
Right.
That was per request.
Okay, Jacaranda's turn.
Okay. Okay. If I do this right, there should be no way in hell they can outrun me, and I could just. Okay. You're an issue. You're an issue. How badly hurt is the one in front of Garwick?
He's bloodied, so he's more than halfway down.
I'll shoot at him then.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else from Jacaranda?
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit, just a little bit. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Adding in my bonus action. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll stay. Yeah, just here. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Okay, so that one's going to dash up next to you.
All right.
That one's going to get to there, and then is going to shoot at you. Does a 19 hit Jacaranda?
It does 5 damage. By the way, we healed from last encounter, right?
Yeah, we completed a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Take 15 points of piercing damage.
They have not rolled any bad sneak attacks this entire fight.
It's a glitch in the system.
I'm pretty sure that's like the third max roll sneak attack they had.
So
Oh, I take 10 more. Jesus. That's not. You kidding me? You just hit me for 15. Man, rogues are broken. Jeez. The hell is this shit?
Just wait till you reach late game, Rogue. I'm pretty sure you'll out DPS all of us.
Yeah, but
as if you
right now I'm at 9 health. Again.
Right, so that was going to activate. He rubs his arm and activates his tattoo.
So they do have tattoos.
And
This is another darkness spell.
He's yanking his weenus to make darkness just everywhere.
Right, so I think that takes Karnath unconscious.
Yeah. A question. Actually, well, no. I forgot to do it before, but I'll use my as a reaction. My stone's endurance.
That's a 6/6 max roll sneak attack.
That's
Holy
+3.
hell!
So I'm gonna reduce that by 13. Oh, he crits me, of course.
Yeah. He critted you for a total of 33. Yeah, which would be halved to.
Jesus
16.
Christ!
16. Oh my God!
And then your stone's endurance will reduce that down by how much?
13.
And then, did you have your 2 temporary hit points as well?
I do, yeah.
So, does that leave you with 1 hit point? Am I understanding right?
So you said 33, right? Down to 16, down to 3. Yeah, so then I have 2 hit points.
You have to.
Wow!
Holy shit, that's a barbarian for you.
It is Connor's turn.
Yeah,
I am upcasting Cure Wounds for this.
Yeah, but you're standing on someone.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yep, it's an enemy right there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to move over there. I'm going to tap you on the shoulder. Because I'm assuming I know where you are at least. I'm upcasting Cure Wounds. I rolled a 1 with the extra die. That's my turn. Yeah, I rolled a 1 and an 8.
Oof.
So I'm 13.
Nice second level spell slot, kid.
I know. This always happens to me in upcasting anything. I always roll something.
Feels
Good
bad.
thing I was crit twice, not you.
If I was crit twice, I would just be instantly dead, probably.
Okay. All right, Garwick.
Sorry?
Your
Oh,
turn.
I would see. Yeah, I got you. We'll move in here and attack the caster.
So is it a free action attack to take the tattoos?
Normally it is an action. Yeah. These guys actually, they have a special trait that allows them to do it as a bonus action. But normally it's an
bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Like the thief rogue, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So the disadvantage, so 10.
Yes, you're at disadvantage against him. Yes.
All right, so I will use a key point and do Fury of the Blows.
19 will hit though. Yeah.
19 and a
So I need a couple of damages there from you.
19 and 19. So both of them hit, correct?
No, it's a 19 and a
13.
13, but the 13 still hits him. Yeah. So those both hit.
Come on, why is it rolling this page? I swear this thing doesn't like me at all.
And I need another.
7 for the first one, and 7 for the second one.
Okay.
So a total of 14.
Okay. All right. So he loses concentration on his darkness.
Yes, very good.
And it is Karnath's turn.
I'm going to swing at him recklessly. 21 for 4. Wait, no, that's 7.
So, okay. Anything else from Karnath?
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, and my bonus action. Give everyone some 2 hit points.
Okay. 18 for 4 against Karnath.
Sure, yeah, down to 2.
Well, that'd be halved to 2. That would just eliminate your temporaries, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Jacaranda's turn.
Okay.
I totally forgot there's 2 people up there.
Yeah, no, I'm in pain.
I have no ranged options. Oh boy.
Boy, great.
We have our own
Awesome.
issues.
I highly recommend getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Alright, I'll stab the person in front of me first of all. Wait, let me check something about... Before I do that, I want to check. Oh, yep, I'm good. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just stick him.
Okay. Are you killing him or rendering him unconscious?
I am killing him.
Oh boy. This is going to have negative consequences.
Well, he can eat my ass.
No, I mean, it just confirms what they already knew about tieflings.
Well, yeah. And they're right. We will kill you if provoked. Alright, well, I was gonna say he can't make opportunity attacks, but I guess that's not really a problem. And... fuck this shit, I'm out. If I go behind here, as I quickly move here, is there anywhere to hide? I have to kind of move off the map, I guess.
Yeah, you could slide up against the building and hide there.
Yeah, but I know he's gonna come around. I don't... Yeah, but this is just like a clear alleyway, because I want to be able to hide from, Stabby McGee over there, when he comes around and freaking wants to stab my ass. So, there's no boxes or doorways I can duck into?
There's a window. There's a window right there. There's a window.
Is it open?
No, it's shuttered, but you could push it open. It's not. I mean, it's the middle of the day, so it's not like these things are locked up for the night.
I'll dive through then.
Okay. Anything else?
Do I need to make an acrobatics check, or?
No, it would just take an extra 5 feet of movement, which you have plenty of at that point.
All right, then I'll bonus action hide, and that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Whoop.
Well, then he's gonna.
Oh, he's a little bitch.
I guess he is going to shoot at Connor at that point.
All right.
You'll miss Connor. I need a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw from. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it with Karna.
Do these guys see in the dark as well?
There is no darkness down there.
The darkness is down.
Oh, okay. You didn't remove your. Sure. Soon.
All right. Is that better? Should be gone now.
Yeah, thanks.
One point of psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Okay.
Well, okay. It's going to be a 16 against Karnak. Or for 6 piercing. A 16 for 6 piercing. Yep. And his sneak attack doesn't drop. He's attacking with disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
It is Connor's turn.
All right. Whacking the one south of me. Unless Karnak needs healing.
Just get rid of them.
Are you looking? I mean, are you looking fine on HP? I don't do them much damage, anyways.
I mean, these guys are pretty low. Just get rid of them.
All right. a 1 on my roll. That's 3. I am more useful as a healer than dealing damage.
He's already bloody. So.
He is bloodied now, though.
That is my turn. I may actually invest in magic weapon than having a higher AC.
Let's have a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw from Gardrick.
Okay. Come on. Two.
So Garwick takes
Damage.
4 points of psychic damage and is disadvantaged on his next attack roll.
Alrighty.
Which is now Gardwick's turn.
All right. 2 temp. I will hit the one to the right. At disadvantage. So roll twice. No. Yes.
So that will miss.
That would miss. Now I'm going to bonus action strike again, and this is at a straight roll, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
15 hits him. Yep.
15 hits. 4.
Okay.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Right. He goes down. Anything else from Gardrick?
No, because if I move, I provoke. No, I'm gonna do one move here,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
So that provokes from the 1 there, and he has an 18 for 4 bludgeoning.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And it is Karnath's turn.
Swing recklessly on the one to my right.
Mm-hmm.
13?
Yeah.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes. Yeah, these guys are just, they're wearing no armor. They're just commoners. They're just rabble that
I don't have to roll.
Huh? Yeah.
I didn't even roll damage. I saw him die.
Yeah. Yeah, he only has 4 hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from
Bonus action to temporary hit points. That's it.
Is that for everybody, correct?
Everyone in my aura, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Wait, everybody gets what now?
Could be in my aura.
Shame.
And Karnath recklessly attacked, right?
I did, yeah.
Well, okay. So a 17 for 3 points of bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. What is Jacquanda going to do from his hiding place?
He's going to jump up, realize there's nobody actually there, grumble, thinking about how cool it would have been if he was there, and come out, shoot him in the back, shoot that nerd in the back of the head who got him so badly earlier. Let me see. He doesn't see, do I get advantage on this because he doesn't see me or no?
And you see through magical darkness.
Is he in darkness?
Yeah, he's in darkness. Mm-hmm.
There's no aura for this guy.
Oh.
He's in range. Okay. Yeah, I can't. So then I guess it's just a straight roll because he can't see me either.
That's correct.
All right.
So 7 misses.
Yikes. Yep. And I'm gonna just duck back around. You didn't see nothing.
Okay. All right, so we do 11 piercing to Karnath.
Yeah.
And it is Connor's turn.
I am just going to do what I did before and hit the same person. I guess not.
So we got a 20 to hit Karnath, but it only does 1 point of damage. So
get reduced to nothing.
yes,
Or is one limit? Okay, cool.
rounds down. It is Chad or Godfrey's turn.
All right, I am swinging north of me for 20 and 24. Actually, no, it would be 20. And then
Well, he's only got 1 hit point, so yeah.
5.
Okay. That's
I will shift up, and can I use my bonus action to make one attack?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. $13 and 16. 13 hits.
Yes, these guys are armor class 10. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my God.
For 6.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, I'm going to have to put a macro together here in roll 20 for it, because that's just way too long to generate the damage on a hit. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man. I press it and it's not working.
I don't think you're doing something. I don't think it's your fault. I don't know how to figure it out. But all right. So what else from Gardner?
I'm going to sit put.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Karnath's turn.
I'll move around. Actually, no, I'll stay there. And I'll swing in recklessly. $21 for 11.
Okay. Anything else from Karnath?
Bonus action 2 temporary hit points for myself.
Jacaranda's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really see a whole lot, so I'll just move over here, take a shot. He's still got the darkness up?
He does, yes.
Nope. That's not going to do it. And I'll actually bonus action dash, so I'll head over here. I don't want to go into that darkness just yet, but, you know. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Well, let's see. He has no allies. All right, so
I don't know if it was important, but my strikes were for unconscious.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, I didn't know if I mentioned, but my strikes were for
Yeah, you did
to
mention
subdue
it.
him,
Yeah.
not to
All
kill.
right. So this guy
Okay.
starts running away. Are we going to chase him down or let him run?
Did
I think
you
Jason done.
did you get an attack of opportunity?
We can't see him.
Right.
We can't see him.
Shame.
But yeah, you have a choice of chasing him down or letting him run away. It's you're gonna
I think
chase
chasing
down.
him and
Okay.
knock him unconscious.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shoot him. I don't think this needs to be too complicated.
Okay. It would actually be Karnas's turn first. So I think Karnas is going to knock him unconscious. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. Now what are we going to do? So the tiefling kids have run back to their neighborhood. We've got these group of humans who were intent on killing them for suspicion of sabotaging their well, but that seems pretty specious. It seems like probably the kids were just thought that the humans had clean water when they really didn't.
Mm.
Did we get the last guy or?
Yeah, we
Don't
chased
think
that.
so. No.
Okay. I pull out my rapier. Give me a reason not to. I pull out my rapier and start walking over to one of the unconscious bodies. Give me a reason not to.
Do you want them to hate tieflings even more than they do now?
I want them to be dead so they can't hate tieflings at all.
Yeah, well, you would be eliminated 8 out of 8 down, 994 to go.
That's for one, and for two.
How do you know?
For two,
Remember, hate breeds hate.
yeah, like these are just a bunch of humans who live in like essentially a gated neighborhood. The other races probably don't hate tieflings, but if they hear a tiefling going around killing unconscious humans, they're gonna start thinking about that too.
Right.
So
If
all
the
you're
Vig-
doing is inviting ruin to yourself and everyone else.
if the Vigrav's guards come around and say, you know, who's the guy killing unconscious humans, I'm not going to intercede.
You're right.
They can
I
have
wouldn't
you.
be able to intercede either.
I hand you. I twist around the rapier so the blade is pointed towards me and hand it and reach it out to you. You kill him then. If tieflings can't do it, somebody else should.
I'm not killing someone unconscious.
They were about to murder 3 children. I'm done playing nice with these savages. If
Perhaps they weren't right in the head due to temperature, due to sickness.
when an animal is sick, you put it down.
Or, you can cure
Everyone
it.
needs to go.
You want to cure 994 animals?
Yes.
Frankly, you guys don't have a skin. You don't have like major skin in this game. These are my people. These are people that look like me, and that's their only crime. And stealing water because they're thirsty.
Well,
I'm perhaps the last of my kind because of my blood.
Stand. It's because you protect your own. You're unlucky because you don't have it.
Well,
I still do.
did, right?
Yeah, you're right. We did keep them alive. Them. If this is happening where we can see it, what's happening where we can't see? We have to set an example that this will not be tolerated.
Well, that's not to take into our own hands. We defended ourselves against aggressors, and if that's something you want to bring up to the Vigraph, then we can do that in a civil way. But,
Now,
if you're
so
going
when
to
I
kill
talk
people
about-
on the street, then...
So let me hear this straight. Keeping in mind you're a human, Connor. When I say I said Connor, not Karnath.
Okay.
Sorry.
The K is back again.
I'm talking to both of you. And Jacques is getting pretty pissed at this point. Not me, because I think this is hilarious. But I just want to keep in mind when Jacques gets pissed, that's not me being mad at you guys. This is in character because he's a tiefling and he's really angry. I want to keep that separate. But anyway. This is what happens where we can't see. If we don't leave a message that people who try to murder children, 3 children, keep in mind, we die. When you say you talk about your morals, oh, it's not right to kill them, that only spread hatred. Just this morning you said, oh, we shouldn't sell water. That's not moral. We should give it out. Oh, is it just moral now to let these people live? And, make no mistake, we let these people live, they go out and kill more. It won't happen today, it won't happen tomorrow, but it will happen.
Well,
if we just let them walk around.
I'm going to say this right now. You're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say I would kill. If they get tried and found guilty and are executed, I'm not going to go against that. Thing is,
right.
They're not. This would not be a fair trial. We're essentially killing unarmed, unconscious. Well, most of them were civilians, in fact.
They lost the right to be civilians when they tried to kill innocents.
Well, let's just wait. Well, if you want to, I don't know if Connor, if you want to go get some sort of guard thing, and we can explain the case.
Yes.
We've got them tied, and we'll hand them over. And we'll let the law deal with them.
Yes.
Fine.
Because vigilantism can only go so far.
That the tiefling was poisoning the water system. That's what they thought.
Mm-hmm.
They have what's the word?
Fine. You get these ones. But I'm going after that head next. Because I agreed, I let you guys negotiate. It didn't work. Now we do it my way. Are we good with that? We let these guys
speak for
live.
yourself.
And I'll do it myself. I'm not asking you guys to help me.
How long did the 2 temporary hit points last, by the way?
Let me read on that.
Did they last until a long rest, or will they
disappear
after combat?
I don't know. I'll Google it.
Because if they last until a long rest, that's really fucking good.
Yeah, that's the reason I asked. Yeah, that would be really good.
It's one of the reasons why I'm still standing.
It's surprising the difference that 2 temporary hit points per round can make.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's not much." But then I was like, "Oh, wow, that's actually awesome." Especially with I've got resistance, so it's essentially effectively 4 hit points, right?
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, not to mention they just keep scaling.
For real?
It's his proficiency bonus, right?
Depleted or until you finish a long rest.
Oh, fucking damn!
Yeah, unless it has a duration, and it doesn't. It's just a long rest.
That's insanely good.
Yeah, that's.
I guess.
Well, speaking of rest, I'm assuming we're going to take a short.
And that's Tundra, right?
I guess. A short rest. Yeah.
First, yeah.
Short rest is probably a good idea.
I can't during that. Do we have to wait until after, or can we just get guards during that time?
I'm pretty sure getting guards is not an arduous activity. Just walk on over. Hey, there's an incident, and just walk on back.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can get guards. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's an interference.
I'm gonna roll a hit.
It's nothing more strenuous than like walking, or just lounging.
That's my next one.
Yikes!
I am not rolling well today, boys.
What is the hit die? Which one is that one?
If you click short rest,
yeah, the top.
You can click hit die.
Take short rest.
Yeah, I'll get these guys arrested, and I'll ask them on what plans are for like a trial or anything.
Six endurance is per short rest, which is crazy.
Got the druid back.
Hey, we got the druid.
That's a bit late.
We got the bear. It would have been nice if I could have actually rolled something decent for my persuasion roll at the beginning of all this.
Mm.
Rolled a fucking 5. I took proficiency in persuasion just because I knew it'd be nice to actually tell people to not fight. No. 5.
That's only a +2, right? It's not like the biggest
difference. Yeah, it's a +2.
Blood is on your hands.
Yeah, I think that our bear or our druid joins us at this point, right?
Yep.
So I'm not seeing you at level 20.
apologize. I had to work.
I'm just gonna roll the roll 20 dice instead of rolling on roll 20 on beyond 20. I think that might be cursed today for me.
Yikes.
Someone I know, Eric, is cursing me for some reason. Mind you, he rolls so poorly. The DMs that regularly DM for him straight up just give him the lucky feat so he can be balanced.
That's fat F.
His nickname is Natty1.
Jeez.
I'm saying this with full legitimacy, and I've seen it. 7 nat ones in a row.
Yikes.
How do you do that?
Honestly, at that point, it's impressive.
At that point, I would say he fails so bad he succeeds.
Yeah, right?
Just how? Everyone was going insane.
All right, so I need either a nature or a medicine check from Tilden, whichever's best for him.
Oh, sorry.
Can Tilden make a medicine or nature check for me? Okay. Right, then I need a Constitution saving throw from Tilden.
All my stats seem to have been changed on this character sheet. Not sure what happened there. There's nothing in the character sheet. It's blank.
Are you looking at roll 20s or are you looking at Beyond D&D Beyond?
I'm so sorry. I do this. This is like the third time I've done that. I apologize. I'm just not used to doing that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think any of us are.
Yeah. The only thing the roll 20 sheet has to have is the name. The name has to match exactly what's on.
There's a character. It's the fact that there is a character sheet in there is what's throwing me. Tilden. Okay, let me re-roll that nature check for you. Nature. Medicine.
Whichever's best. Yeah.
Did that show up? No. Okay, and Constitution save. There you go.
Okay. All right. So that is. Does anyone want to fill in Tilden on what happened in the before he arrived here? So we have a grung join the party. Grung saw the halflings fumbling around trying to turn their stills into water purification systems, and he is proficient in both brewer's tools and herbalism kit.
Herbal.
So he decided he would step out from hiding and join the party and help them out. And then we completed a day's worth of activity, and we were kind of rallying around, getting our thoughts organized, when this group of humans chased these 3 tieflings who had dared to go into the human neighborhood to try and find potable water. And the humans were sure that they were sabotaging the human well, and combat ensued, and that catches us up.
Okay.
And then they just completed a long rest, and that's where we are. And
So did I ever find out about what would happen in regards for a trial for these people?
Wait, did we get a long rest? Or was it a short rest? Oh, yeah.
a short rest, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get the guards, get them to
Yeah.
trial for attempted lynching.
yeah, the Fultons assure you that justice will be brought to them.
Good.
I ask when. I want to make sure it happens.
I mean, there's a lot of demands on the system right now. I mean, we don't have a.
I'm gonna do the
That's
one
a level of
non-lawful
organization
thing.
that doesn't exist right now. But I need everyone to. All right. So as we are discussing this, suddenly there's a thunder of hooves, and wild horses come stampeding through this area.
Shit.
I jump and climb the tree and hide.
Yeah, I'm gonna book for it too.
Yeah. So that
Same.
implies a great deal more action than you have the time for. So you can try to dodge them in some way. That would be like a dexterity saving throw, or you might try to wave one of them off with intimidation or animal handling. But you're not going to be able to avoid them entirely.
There's a door right next to me, like 10 feet away, right?
Barge in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
Now, you're surprised. You don't get to act. They
Right.
stampede through you. Your choices are a dexterity saving throw, animal handling, intimidation, or something else that you might be able to make. But you're not going to be able to avoid the attacks of the stampeding horses.
Dex save, thank you very much.
Dex
Animal
save.
handling. Nope. That's a flat 10.
Would the barbarian danger sense
Yeah,
give me
no,
advantage on this?
fine. I'm so
Yeah, this would
good
be
at D&D.
this would fall under the category of a trap or hazard, so it would give you advantage.
Okay, cool. Well, I'd like to. 18.
So we got Connor, Jack. Okay, I think that's everybody. All right, so let me see. Oh, there we go. I got a token for these guys. I did not put a token in for these. Okay.
Did I lose connection? Everybody went quiet.
No, I was being quiet there. I thought I had a token out for these guys, but I did not. All right, so Tilden, 2 of these guys make hoof attacks against you. Let's see where they go.
With an animal handling of 15?
Would have been 3 if it hadn't been a 15. Yeah. All right, there we go. A 15 to hit Tilden.
My AC is 16.
Okay. And they both miss Tilden.
Boy,
Oh, Jesus Christ. War horses? Holy shit.
I think the army, they finally arrive.
Doubt it.
One tries to. What? Connor is in the way of one.
Strength save. Go. Gosh darn it.
Jacaranda avoids them entirely.
Yup. We out.
No, an 11 misses Connor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So there was one that attacked Connor, but he was not able to get through his armor. Yeah.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. You're done, so you're good.
This is the second time the party nearly got trampled over by horses.
Does a 13 hit the grung? Hit Gardwick.
No.
Okay. And,
13 does not hit.
all right. Then, but none of them are able to hit us. So then we will go into initiative at that point.
Oh boy.
Oh no, not again. Oh wait. I forgot to click my token. Go ahead.
Not bad. 20.
Alright, can I fix it? There you go.
Four. 1, 2.
You haven't placed their tokens anywhere, have you? Because I can't see them.
No, they're not out there yet. But I need
Okay.
initiative from Jacaranda.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. Just initiative. Oh, I have those. That's why. Why is it not selected? Oh, I've got. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't working. I had it on ruler and not. There we go. There we go.
Oops. Oh. All right, so this guy's going to take 2 attacks at Jacaranda.
Shit.
What is Jacaranda's passive perception?
My passive, 9.
Okay, so the first attack will be with advantage.
Oh dear.
So a 23 for 8 piercing against Jacaranda.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then a 13, I assume, misses Jacaranda.
Yep.
All right. So Jacaranda is no longer surprised. Do you have anything that would keep you from being surprised? Like the alert feat or something like that?
No, I don't think so. No.
Right. What is Gardwick's passive perception?
Passive perception is 13.
Okay. Gardwick was surprised, but he is no longer surprised. Another one of these Fulton scouts steps out of the building. Also is going to take a shot at the only person with a visible ranged weapon, which is Jacaranda. 19 for 10 against Jacaranda.
Well, I'm down.
All right.
Oh, I
Jacaranda,
know what I'm going.
does Karnath have anything that would avoid him being surprised?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
And what is his passive perception?
12.
Okay. So he's no longer surprised. Yeah. This guy should move back in here.
I'm not hearing anybody again.
Yeah, because I'm so both
Sorry.
of those, an 8 and 11 misses Connor, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to assume these scouts came because that one guy managed to get away.
I don't think he got away. I thought we got him.
Oh, right.
21 to hit Connor for 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh yeah, that hits. It'll be 3 from Great.
And then a 20 to hit for another 6 piercing damage.
Yep.
All right, it is Tilden's turn. So these 4 scouts, each with the iconography of Foltus visible on them, on their armor and weapons, step out from hiding, twang, 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 and step back in. What is Tilden's passive perception?
15. I'm sorry, it's 15.
Does Tilden have anything that would keep him from being? Or no,
I do not have the alert
I'm
group.
sorry, a 15 is exactly what you need to avoid being surprised. Yes. So Tilden is not surprised.
Okay. Do I get a... I'm going to move here, upcast Cure Wounds. Upcast Healing Word, it appears. Which is better, Healing Word or Healing Spirit? I will have to concentrate on that. Healing Spirit. I'll go ahead and do Healing Spirit. Did that show up?
Yes, you're in the spirit.
Okay. So, Jacaranda, 4 points.
All right, I'm up for 4.
And doesn't
Yep.
that hang around? People can walk through it.
Yes, it's concentration. People can walk through it. So I guess
Alright.
we need to put one there. You can only do it once. Any individual can only do it once per round.
All right.
So can we put something on the board for that?
There.
Do you have a token for Healing Spirit?
There you go. There's a box there. It's,
Okay.
it's a 5 feet area, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can move it. Just be aware. That's an action. I'm done.
Okay. What is Connor's passive perception?
14.
Okay, Connor is. Do you have anything that would keep you from being surprised?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Got a 20 to hit Connor for 7 points of piercing. And then
Oh my god.
we've got a crit for 11 points of piercing.
Wait, 11? Hang on, wait.
Yeah, 7 and 11. Total of 18 to Connor.
Wait. Are they two separate attacks?
They are two separate attacks. 7 and then.
It'll be reduced by 6 then from Heavy Armor Master.
All right.
I have Heavy Armor Master.
Gotcha. So it would be 4 and 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one is going to step out, sees Tilden concentrating on his spell, and going to shoot at Tilden twice.
AC 16.
So it's going to be 10 piercing damage to Tilden.
Okay.
Need a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. So Healing Spirit goes away, unless you have some way to get that up above a 10 or above.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I do not.
Okay. And the second one is a 21 to Tilden for 8 points of piercing damage.
Dang.
Okay, Jacaranda, you're prone, but you are conscious.
All right. I'll get up, woozy. I'll shoot at one of the ones on the roof, I guess.
Well, they're in the building. They're not on the roof. Yeah.
Oh.
They're climbing in and out of those windows that they're beside.
In that case, I'll shoot at the one on that's outside.
None of them are outside.
Oh. Yeah, and I'm not in range anyway. Yeah,
Don't we have cover through those trees?
Yeah, no, we don't. How are you guys doing?
3 hit points.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, sounds good. Yeah. If he said that we're leaving, yeah. Wow, that's 25. Oh, it's because. Yeah. I think that with a full movement action, bonus action dash, I'm just gone, right?
Yeah. You even standing up for half your movement, you still have like 75 feet of movement if you wanted to take off running.
Yeah. If they say we're running, I'm running. I've got 4 HP and a dream.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just out of here.
Gardwick, what are you going to do?
I'm out of there. I follow her away.
Okay.
No, I can use, if I need to, I can use a key point for Step of the Wind.
So this one steps out. Doesn't see anybody concentrating on any spells or any ranged weapons. So he's just going to shoot at the closest one. Actually, I think that you would have partial cover, which would be 2 to your armor class there, Connor. So does a 19 hit you if you have your armor class increased by 2?
Yeah. No. If that's partial cover, my AC would become 22.
Holy crap.
Okay. Then both
A 19 doesn't hit you without +2? Dude.
A 19 would not have hit me anyways. The 21 would have.
Okay.
What is a forge cleric?
A lot of armor.
They make armor, so they should have the good stuff.
All right, it is Karnath's turn.
Decision made for me. I guess we dash away.
Okay. Twings twice, Mrs. Connor. This one is going to just about know that how hard it is to hit Connor, is going to shoot Tilden instead. But I don't believe a 7 or an 8 hits Tilden.
Nope.
And are Tilden and Connor also going to run away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. They do not pursue. They. So we slide away.
Okay. I'm just going to warn the party that if we go back and take them out, there won't be prisoners.
Right. I mean, yeah, we'll have to come back later and deal with them. But I mean, I agree. They were trained to kill, and we will respond in kind.
At some point, there is a town guard, and we're not, we're not responsible for everything in this town. I don't live here. You don't live here. We're just people. So just let the big boys deal with it.
Before
I
we
mean,
get too much
they're
into
in on
conversation,
it.
should we find a place to hide and rest?
Yes.
Get off the streets.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You can. So, except for Garwick, everyone else here is by this point is fairly well known. That does remind me. So when we hit 3 renown at the beginning of this week, we could. There are things that we are entitled to.
Are you saying we've got an extra one?
I have 2. Should we have 3?
No, I'm
Did
sorry.
we have
At 2, yeah, you're right. We should get to 3 after this one, but at 2.
Wait, I thought I had 3. Because I remember you said
yeah,
you get
we do have
+1 for
3.
helping
Yeah,
Laura.
we do have 3. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mark one
sure.
down.
Yeah. Let me. There you go. That shows you what. So we're not down to the 4 yet, but we could. You can pick anything up to 3 at this point. So, like everyone could have a potion of water breathing, or a potion of healing, potion of greater healing. Just depends on what you want.
Is it expendable? So you'd lose the thing but get the potion.
No, these are entitlements. Whenever you hit that rank, you get one of those things.
Oh.
Yeah, these are entitlements. Now these are expenditures. These you can, if you get them, then you are using up your renown to get these. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So for when we reached 2 and 3, it's okay if I just get 2 greater healings.
Well, at 2 you get a potion of extra healing, so you could get
with greater healing. Yeah.
So we don't have 4. So we can't take any of the 4s right now.
No, we're not at 4 yet.
I'm going to take since they're clerical scrolls, a scroll of lesser restoration in case we should need that as a group.
first level.
It's
Because anybody. Sorry?
Are you asking the spell level or the renown level, Josh?
The spell
I wasn't
level.
asking. I was just going to.
I was asking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lesser Restoration is a second level spell.
Okay.
If there is no problem, I will put that on my character sheet and promptly forget that I have the character sheet next week.
So are we going to do another short rest? Is that right? Or-
I want a long rest. I'm done, dude.
Yeah, we can start a long rest. Yeah. It's late in the day.
I mean, obviously we'll keep watches, and if somebody comes in, I'll shoot them in the face.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no,
if we're going
I
to
can't survive another
watches,
encounter.
can we set up the order of the watch for me? Who's going to go first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth? I guess.
I'll volunteer to go first.
I'll take second.
Put me wherever you like.
I'll go third, I guess.
Also, I'm gonna say, if anyone else here is proficient with shields, you're welcome to borrow mine during their watch. It'll be a +1 shield, so you can get a +3 to your AC.
Yikes.
Here, let me find this a space. Who had the second watch?
I did.
Okay. All right. So we are in a building that we're able to lock the door on and shutter the windows. And you've just taken over the watch. Everyone else is dozing or sleeping. And you hear something, sounds like kind of investigating or scraping at the front door right there.
Is there a second floor?
No, there are almost no second two-story buildings around.
It's an investigation.
Just looking around.
Should everyone hide, or?
I'll kick. Let's see. I'll kick Connor awake and kind of keep my finger up to my mouth, and shh. And I'll take my crossbow. I'll load it. Whip open the door and pull and aim my have my crossbow ready. Basically coming out. If there's somebody there, I'm shooting them.
It could have been Girl Scouts.
Why do you think I woke up the cleric?
All right. So sure enough, the door's knocked off its hinges, and there are three. Looks like at one point they were probably lizard folk, almost certainly lizard folk. It's obviously one, but now their features are distorted by mechanicis.
Oh no, not again!
I will shoot them then.
I'm gonna wake everyone else up.
Are they
Get up,
surprised
we have
by me?
Makana.
Yeah, well, yeah, knocking the door, crushing the door open is going to wake everybody up, and I guess we go into initiative at that point.
Now, here's the question. This is at the start of the long rest, correct?
Yeah, we were about an hour into it, hour and a half into it.
Oh,
It's 3 people. We can deal with it. Long as we're fast. Where's my dude? Oh, there's my dude.
That means we don't get any spell slots back. I'm glad I didn't click on that yet.
Initiative.
Initiative.
But I do get a surprise round, right?
A 1.
Yikes.
No, they're not surprised.
Oh.
So you were by the door?
Well, now I regret opening and preparing and like.
You probably should have let me open the door.
I thought I would get a surprise round and
No, they opened the door. They knocked. The three of them put their shoulder to the door and knocked it off its hinges. Yeah.
Oh.
This is worse. This is significantly worse, actually. Why are there 5 of them?
I'm missing Gregory.
I think the better question is, why aren't there 5 of them?
There are 5 of them,
Jim,
though. And
Jim, you have to have your token selected when you roll initiative there. So select your token and roll initiative again. There we go.
Really not good.
Okay. Okay, Sylvan, you are not surprised because Jacaranda's heard them scratching at the door, but you are prone. What is it you are going to do?
Stand. Move 15. 5, 10. Actually, I don't move 15.
Why don't you move 15? Sorry.
Because I have a speed of 25.
Well, 12 and a half. That's close enough.
Okay, I wanted to be away from Jacaranda if I could. Can I get to that square?
Sure.
Okay, because then I'm going to use a bonus action to ball shape to a bear.
Okay.
Take a bear token.
Oh, I'm just going to make you big.
Okay, I'm going to expand into those 3 right there. So I'm
Expand
blocking
bear.
Okay. And when you do that, the lizard folk growl noticeably, just so you know. All right.
Well, they're about to growl a little bit more. So the run in the front door, let's give him
This one, right here.
a bite and a claw as a multi-attack.
Okay. 13.
So I've never run into these people. Are these people bad?
I don't know, but they don't taste very good.
Or are we just attacking?
They're visibly
through the door?
Makana. They're the infected people.
So
Probably
They'll
don't
turn you into one of them if they hit you.
Ah, gotcha.
it's hard for me to tell what the door is. Am I completely blocking the door?
You are completely blocking the door right now. Yes.
Okay.
Is
So that was a move, a bonus, and an action. I'm done.
Okay.
Do we know if there's a second floor?
There is not a second floor. No.
Okay.
There are windows.
So javelin toss at Tilden for arc class 20 for 5 points of piercing.
Feel good. You want me to lower it, or are we going to keep it? It feels good to me.
Okay.
And then a 21 to hit Tilden for 7 points of bludgeoning.
Are they all crowded in there? Because somebody's going to have to give cover.
Yeah, actually,
But
against that heavy club one right there, you'd have +2 covers. So 21, if your armor class is 2 more, because that's I'm assuming
Nope.
that's still
Oh, no. My class is 10 less.
okay. So armor class 21 for 7, and you do have half cover from that attack.
Got it.
All right. Karneth's turn.
Okay. So I go through a window. Is it something I can do?
Yeah, the windows are. You'd have to interact with the object to open the window, and then it would cost an extra 5 feet of movement to get through the window.
That's fine with me. So
And then I think you would have to stand up too. I think everybody except for Connor and Jacaranda was prone at this point.
that's a fair point. Be like 5. So I can get here for 15 and then throw a javelin. $20 on this guy. Oh, yeah. For 9.
Which one are you hitting? Sorry.
The only one, yeah, the bottom one.
Okay. Anything else from Karnath?
I guess I'll rage.
Okay.
You say that so calmly. Oh, I guess I'll rage.
I guess I'll rage. I guess I'll get angry now.
So that lizard folk in the back focuses his attention on the one in the middle. And he seems to regain some of the wounds he had heal up slightly.
Are you talking about the one that looks different?
Yeah, the one that you hit. Yeah, the one in the middle there. Yeah,
okay.
The one behind him on his turn. He focused his attention on him, and some of that guy's wounds healed up. All right, Gardwick's turn.
All right. So this window is blocked right now, correct? Or can I get through it?
Well, it would be half of your speed to stand up, and then it's going to be so it would be an extra 5 feet to move through the window, and then an extra 5 feet to move through Karnak. So you'd have to have at least 15 feet of movement to get on the other side of Karnak.
Yes. I don't want to get in a melee just yet. I will take a dart and slap it across my back to get poison on it, and I will attack this fellow here, or the one just below. Why can't I target him?
This one?
No. Yes.
Okay. And a dart does 1d4 plus 3. Is that right?
Correct. Okay. For an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him for 4 points of piercing damage.
And then the poison will do 2d4.
Okay, so the piercing does about half damage to him, it looks like. And they don't seem to be affected by the poison at all.
Okay. That's my turn at this time.
All right, so this one's going to attack around the corner to Tilden as well, so you'll have +2 to your armor class. A 20 for 8 points of piercing. And I need a DC 18 strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the bear stats because I almost rolled my own. Strength save, you said?
Correct. Yeah, you are not. You're fully erect. Yep.
That's funny.
And then armor class 21 for 3 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
It is Jacaranda's turn.
All right. Yeah. I think I'll just stick the one. Yeah, I think I'll just stick the one because the one in front of Karnath, has he been touched at all? Is he damaged whatsoever?
No.
Or even can I get to him?
Or yeah. Karnath hit him with the javelin. Yes.
Oh, in that case, I'll hit. I think I'll stab the one because he can't get it. There's a wall between me and him, right? So I can't hit him.
That's right. You wouldn't be able to unless you somehow maneuvered. You would not be able to hit him. The only one you can stab at is the one right in front of Tilden there in the doorway.
I'll do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me see here. Action, rapier, stab.
Okay, that feels like a solid hit, but it seems like his scales completely deflected that piercing blow.
So piercing does nothing to these guys.
It's not the
well,
one.
At least this one.
The one that Gardrick hit with an arrow did take some, or with a dart did take some damage from it, but the one in the middle appeared to take none at all.
Immune to piercing.
Hooray! I have literally nothing that's not piercing.
And that's going to provoke from the one in the middle. You would have. No,
it's because of Swashbuckler. I made an attack on him, so he can't make any opportunities.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go back here and I'll hide, I guess. All right, that's okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Assuming a 7 misses Tilden.
Barely.
Okay. And another 7 also misses Tilden. It is Connor's turn. Connor's prone. Or no, Connor was standing up. Connor, Jacaranda woke him up.
My main question is the big guy wearing metal armor?
No, none of them are wearing any armor.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna head on over to Jacaranda, and I'm going to also assume that they're immune to piercing from non-magical weapons.
Oh, and I'm sorry, by the way. And after his attacks, the one in the middle casts Sanctuary on himself.
Ooh. I'm going to make the assumption that they're immune to non-magical piercing. So I am going to cast Magic Weapon on Jacaranda's rapier.
Okay.
I can
Thank you.
flash it on. There you go. Why does it need me to make a roll? Just display it. I just wanted to display. There you go.
Anything else from Connor?
Well, I'm assuming am I able to sort of try and whack someone here, or is it completely blocked?
Yeah, he would have +2 to AC, but you could attack the one in the middle there.
All right, I'm going to attempt.
But you're going to block off Jacaranda if you go there and stay there.
I can
It's
move
fine.
back up.
Wait. Well, wait, no, it's not. You magic weapon. Yeah. I mean, you can do it if you magic weapon my crossbow.
True, but I could just move here and cast Sacred Flame instead.
That works.
Cast. On this guy over here.
Okay. All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Back to Tilden.
Okay, for a bonus action, I'm going to burn a first level spell and heal myself for... Where is that? Apparently 3 points of damage. That's not a whole lot. And then I'm going to take a multi-attack on the one outside. Can I hit this one instead?
Yeah, he would have 2 to AC from half cover from you, but you could attack him instead. Yes.
I'm going to do that because we need to get a hole in this line that they've got going because I'm about to go down. Let me put my 3 in before I forget it. And that healed the wrong point. Sorry. That's 3. That is 14. Okay. Bear, attack.
And you're attacking this one right here. You're attacking the one just on the southern edge there, right? Okay.
Yep.
The bite hits, but the claws do not.
Okay.
Anything else from Tilden?
I'm done. That's just... If I move, I'm going to draw an attack of opportunity from that one, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to draw an attack. I'm done.
Okay. And that one attempts to attack Karnath and misses twice. A 23 for 4 piercing against Tilden.
Got it?
And that does hit, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I need a DC 14 strength saving throw from the bear. Okay, so I guess the bear is prone. And then a 21 for 6 bludgeoning against the bear. Karnath's turn. The bear is prone in the doorway.
I draw my great axe. bonus action to give everyone with temporary hit points who doesn't have full cover. And I'll move across. And I'll attack the one that I attacked before, which is it the bottom one or is it that one?
That one right there.
Okay, then I'll recklessly swing at him. 15.
15 exactly hits him. Yes.
Good to know. 12. Slashing damage again?
Yeah. Yes. Slashing damage does work. Absolutely.
That's my turn.
+2. Okay, so you hit him for 12, but the guy in the middle uses his reaction and intercedes some with his shield, reducing the 12 to 8.
They may have been adventurers before they returned.
At least one of them, yeah. Okay. All right, so this one is going to focus his attention on the one that you just damaged. No, he's going to attack Cause. Cause is right there. He's going to attack Karnath. Karnath's right there. A 14 to hit Karnath misses, right? Aren't you 15?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And then 23 for 8 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Gardwick's turn.
All right. I'm going to attempt something. I'm going to attempt to grapple this one.
Okay.
It'll be just a strength, right?
Athletics.
Yeah, it would be your athletics opposed by his athletics or acrobatics, whichever is best for him. So he's got a 14. So you need a 15 or better on an athletics check to grapple him. All right, so you grapple him.
All right. So now he has disadvantage. He's grappled. But he has disadvantage on attacks.
Now, do you have something that does that from a grapple? Typically, grapple only reduces a creature's speed to 0. Has no other effect. But there are things you can...
It's the poison?
Yeah, they're immune to poison.
Well, they're immune, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Makana are immune to poison.
Sorry, I didn't mean to curse on you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
You picked the wrong class.
Sorry.
I mean, race.
Well, he's also immune to poison as a grung. So.
Sorry, guys, I'm learning. So here's a strike. I was going to punch him.
By the way, you will note that they are... No one who's been hit by these guys have suffered an infection of the Makana ichor.
That is unusual.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to hit him instead. All right. So 23 hits.
Right, and I'm trying to roll damage, but it's not letting me.
That's okay.
1d4 plus 3, if I can ever get it to work.
Okay. And then your second attack, your bonus action attack.
I'm just going to grab a drink quick.
Okay, so grapple is the attack, right? And then the
punch
strike.
I was going to let you say that back.
Okay.
Yeah,
no,
because knowing that they're immune to poison, I'm assuming you're not going to want to grapple them.
No.
And 10 will miss, yeah.
Okay, so it's just the 6 points.
Okay. So we crit Karnath for 9 points of bludgeoning. And then completely miss with our spike shield. Jacaranda's turn.
Alright. What is it?
Just a reminder, it is now a +1 magical weapon.
Yes. I'm gonna try stabbing him. I don't have high hopes. I'm kind of nervous. It's just regular, just all piercing.
Yeah, he's immune to all piercing. Yeah.
God damn it.
Even magical?
Even magical. Yeah, it's not a magical effect. It's a physical benefit of his scales.
Even magical piercing. My
That
God.
is
One.
intense.
2, 3, 4.
Well, you're gonna. Well, no, he's already used his reaction, so he can't. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you.
And plus, I still stab him.
Gotcha.
5. All right. And I guess I'll just hide again.
Okay.
I mean, I'm rolling high. He's immune to literally everything I do.
20 to hit Tilden for 8 points of piercing damage.
Can you shrink me back down? I'm now a halfling. And I'm also unconscious.
Oh.
I had 3 hit points at the start of the fight.
Oh.
Buffer. My bear buffer.
Well,
So
we had a short
can-
rest, right?
you
So
can-
you would have had hit points to spend, or hit die to spend.
Yeah, you would. We did complete a short rest. Yeah. It was specifically after an hour, so that you could complete a short rest.
Okay. I'll figure out how to do that then and put myself, because it's asking me. Let's see.
You just roll your hit die plus your con. That's how much health you get. And you can
Got
do
it.
that.
It's just a matter of finding it on the sheet is the only problem.
Sure. There's a button that says short rest at the top, near your name. And then there's a button roll hit die.
Did that show up? No. That does not seem to work for me. I don't know why. I clicked all 3 of my hit dice and roll hit dice.
There. Okay.
It rolled 1.
Yeah, rolled 1.
You can click it twice more.
So
So that is a total
17.
17, and I had 3 left, so that leaves me with 14.
and you can become a halfling in any of those 4 squares. I don't know that you want to be in the square that I put you in there.
Okay. I'll do that one. If given a choice.
Connor's turn.
Well, since it's Tilden actually down, like
He's prone. He is not unconscious.
He's not a bear.
Okay.
He's prone. Yeah, but he's not unconscious.
All right. Well, there's no point for me like maintaining concentration on magic weapons since they're completely immune to all piercing.
Well,
which is sucky.
At least the leader. We haven't tested the others, but the leader is. Yeah.
Oh.
Probably resistant.
Well, either way, I'm gonna lock the door this time, and I'm just gonna attack the leader. Roll. I'm assuming I also have to roll the. Oh, it misses anyways, so Sanctuary's not going to do anything.
Well, didn't you roll Sanctuary first and then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How's the ordering on that?
Yeah. First, you have to make a DC 12 Wisdom save, and then so you could have attacked him anyway. And a 7.
Anyway, it would have missed.
Anything else from Connor?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay, Tilden.
I take half my movement, stand up. And I go 1, 2. And I'm going to see if they're immune to sonic. I'm going to start it in this square and go outward. I'm going to use a second level thunder wave.
Here.
So it'll get these 3.
It's a 15-foot cube, right?
Yep. Move it down 3 squares.
I see. So you're doing it like that? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Constitution DC 13.
Makes a lot of noise.
15 thunder. And it pushes them back, is that right? If they fail? Or is it just damage?
Oh, yes. Push back 10 feet away from me.
All right. So that guy who failed his save looks visibly distressed now. Like his demeanor, even though he is not even the same species, he did not like being pushed away like that. What is it? It is
Half damage.
7.
Nice.
That's going to be. All right. As the one who was pushed back, he doesn't look so sad anymore. It looks like he was like, "Oh no," and then he's like, "Oh, okay." But now the two down by Karnath, they look fairly desperate too. So.
They need to be next to him. Interesting.
This one is going to provoke from Guardred.
Blurt that out.
This one provokes from Guardred.
And then I swing.
And a 13 will miss. Yeah, you only get one attack on an attack opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working or not. I'm sorry.
Did Karnath attack recklessly last turn? Sorry.
Almost definitely.
Okay.
I can't remember.
So a 17 to hit for 3 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And a 21 to hit for 6 piercing.
Sure.
And then I need a DC 16 strength saving throw from Karnath.
Spell advantage.
Okay. This one's going to attack Connor. Uh, 22 for 3. I believe that gets eliminated entirely by heavy armor match. Right?
Yep.
Okay. It will be Karnath's turn.
I'm gonna swing at the same one as before. 15's to hit.
Does anybody speak Draconic by any chance?
Don't think so.
Think so either.
No.
Nope.
And are you striking to kill or to render this guy unconscious?
Can I do that with the Grey Axe?
Yeah, any melee attack can be used.
I mean, are they Makana, like visibly?
Oh yeah, they're most definitely Makana. Not only do they have the visible cyst, but they were clearly immune to poison. Yeah.
Sure. Well, being raging, I think I would kill them. Yeah.
Okay.
And then bonus action.
Okay, go ahead.
Temporary hit points and move up.
Okay. Does anybody have a relatively good passive insight?
I only have a 14 in passive insight.
12.
13.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. So the leader there seems willing to end hostilities. He's making signs that in any species would be considered overtures of stopping hostilities.
Okay.
Makana surrendering?
Not surrendering. Parlaying.
Not cinder.
Well, but you can't speak, right? So I don't know how we would communicate.
Well, he was saying things, but it was in a language no one could understand.
Right,
I don't see how we could communicate with it.
The one time comprehend languages could be useful.
All right, it is Gardrick's turn.
Let's see how. I'm going to take. Just want to test this out. I'm going to come here with it. Does that provoke attacks?
So you're moving right through the middle of them? Is that right?
Yeah, just coming straight up and see if it prevents attacks against this one to the right, to the east.
No, it does not. If you're moving past them, they do not take an attack of opportunity. No.
Okay, does the main one guy have a weapon?
Yeah, he has a great club. Mm-hmm.
All right, I will take it from him. Does he resist?
Oh yeah, he's not going to let you have his great club.
I will hold my action.
Okay.
Right there.
Jacaranda's turn.
Okay, let's see here. All right, I'm gonna try again to stab him. I guess this one near the wall, so at least people can get out of the freaking building. I should be hidden, so.
There's a wall between you two.
Oh, in that case, I'll just jump out. Surprise, motherfucker!
All right. So whenever you reach around to attack him, that's going to trigger the ready to action of the one beside Karnath there.
Hang on. Did I?
It's going to crit Karnath for 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. And then a 17 does hit the one beside you there.
Would that still be a +1? Because I didn't drop concentration. I just went in front.
Yeah, I think it's still a +1. Correct.
Yeah, it's still +1.
So? I'll just add 1 to the damage, I guess. Which is, 16, so 17 with magic weapon. Is he immune or whatever to piercing?
No, he seems to take the full damage from that.
Good.
That works. And in that case, I will, since I hit him, I duck back around and hide again.
Okay.
Oh, man. Rogues, you do one thing.
All right. I guess he's going to attack the grung.
Okay.
14 to hit the grung.
Right on the money.
Okay. And then a 15, so a total of 10, 7 and 3. And then I need a DC 13 strength save throw.
Oh, sorry, 19.
Okay. And then he casts Sanctuary again, but not on himself. It gets
Not on
Connor's
himself?
turn. No,
Huh.
cast it on the injured lizard folk who's near the door there. That Jacaranda just.
That is a sign of mercy. That is also very unusual.
That is... Huh.
All right, it is Connor's turn.
I want to try and communicate, like, stand down. Is it possible, like, if I drop my mace to try and communicate, we are willing to parlay?
So you're going to set down your mace so that it's like unarmed but ready to be grabbed.
Yes. So just like holster it, saying, like, look, can't speak Draconic.
Okay, so the leader there in the middle, he will lower his heavy club. He's not actually going to drop it because he doesn't want to have to wrestle somebody for it. But he will lower his heavy club at that point. Yeah.
All right. Oh my goodness.
And I think that all of the other 3 would also lower their clubs at that point as well.
I didn't expect this to work. What to do? I fully expected this not to work.
Roll with it.
I'm gonna try and mime, I guess, out. Like, you know, when one arm is like horizontal and the other is sort of like making a walking motion. I'm gonna try and make like
check. Please roll a performance check.
Gonna try and make a walking motion, like walking back to try and communicate retreat.
Yeah. So make a performance check there.
Oh boy. Watch me roll 0. Oh, brilliant.
So he looks confused. Doesn't look like the message completely got, but he doesn't appear hostile. Is anybody going to continue attacking, I guess is the question.
No.
I will stop.
So no one is going to...
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right.
There is one universal move of, if you leave, we'll show mercy, but that requires a single spell slot, and I'm not willing to expend another one.
I don't want them to leave because we need to sort of question them as much as we can.
I don't have comprehend languages. I was saying cure wounds.
So this will take the greater part of our long rest, but because I don't think we have a way to communicate with him except through...
I'm going to try Draconic just in case one of them should know that.
Yeah, I asked if anybody spoke Draconic.
I'm sorry, not Draconic. Druidic. Sorry, Druidic.
Oh.
No, they do not speak Druidic. They only speak Draconic.
Do they speak... Okay, they only speak Draconic. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Do they speak thieves' cant?
No.
Thieves' cant!
All right, so the guy in the middle, his name is Cause. He is visibly distressed that one of the other lizard folk was killed, but so he is a paladin of Similania, who is the patron deity of most lizard folk, and so Similania's actual focus is on survival, right? So
Why did they
huh?
attack us?
So the Makana attacked a tribe of lizard folk in a distant land, and he tried to fight them off and was unable to. Right? They destroyed them. So now he is on a campaign to contain the Makana, and the best way he's found to contain the Makana is kill any Makana he comes across and kill anybody that he thinks is vulnerable to becoming a Makana. So he's kind of cutting a fire break of bodies in his wake so that the Makana don't have anybody to absorb. But it seems
Pragmatic.
but he seems to be, well, it's no saying, he readily agrees that your party seems very capable of resisting the Makana. By the way, he is Makana. He and these lizard folk, they succumb to the poison, right? But his paladin aura protects them from the charm effects.
That's why they need to stay near him.
So they can't be dominated. And because he's a Makana now, he doesn't have to eat or sleep, so he can remain conscious 24 hours a day.
My God, that's ridiculously strong. If any of us went paladin.
Oh, so this is on a permanent killing spree.
So he doesn't have to eat or sleep at all.
He doesn't have to eat, he doesn't have to sleep, doesn't have to breathe, and he cannot be dominated, monstered.
Huh.
Yeah,
he's also immune to disease, assuming he's level 3.
He's level 7 actually. He's a level 7.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Are you kidding me?
Well,
the hell?
That's only one extra hit dice for a lizard folk. Lizard folk come in with 6 hit dice.
What aura is that?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's
what aura gives the
It's aura of devotion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have to be a specific flavor of paladin to grant that aura. Yeah.
How much I just like it.
So he has a magic club. Actually, as we are engaged in our long rest, everybody would notice this as well. I mean,
a quick question then. Why did they knock down the door? Was it just to try and kill us because they thought we would be vulnerable?
No, I thought Jacaranda was the one that knocked down the door.
No.
I thought I was going to be the one that knocked down the door too.
Yeah. So he detected that there were humans in here, I'm sorry. He actually, the way he wound up in this area was pursuing another group of Makana. So he intends to rest for a short time here, regain their hit points. All right, so the way he regains hit point is not through resting. So each of these Makana have the ability to deal 1d6 of psychic damage, and they have psychic absorption, which is very common to most Makana. Just so for future reference, he knows a lot about the Makana too. So it's
Is he part of the hive mind? Does he have a telepathy still?
he can establish telepathic contact with Makana that he can see, but he does not have an ongoing communication with the controller. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's immune to charm, a controller is not able to establish telepathic communication with him unless there's a direct, they're visible to each other. But he pursued Makana into Fallsport, and then along the way, he said, okay, I need to eliminate anybody that these Makana might convert as well. So, but he got beat up in the process, and now he needs to rest and use their psychic. It's called Mind. It's a spell out of Tasha's called Mind Sliver.
Mind Sliver, know it.
Yeah.
So I'm not so hot about him.
Yeah.
The fire break part. I'm kind of like.
Should we break the news to him that the Makana can control corpses?
Well, no.
Oh yeah. If
They
they're
knock
sharing
people
information with
unconscious.
us.
No, they outright kill them.
No, Makana never killed their.
Oh right.
Yeah, they always render them unconscious.
Oh right.
So that the poison will work on them, and then they will join the Makana. Yeah. Does everyone see this charm of Asmodeus that I just put up there in Roll20?
The what? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. So everybody except for Tilden will have that at this point.
What are we looking at? I
Where'd you
can't
put
see.
it?
From what? What?
It just magically appears on you.
The Mark of Asmodeus?
Yeah, apparently Asmodeus likes that you help those little tieflings.
Interesting.
It is technically a curse. It can be removed with the spell magic and remove curse.
What does it do? Do we know?
You can cast Hellish Rebuke at 2nd level.
Yeah, once, and then it fades. Then it's
That's pretty cool. Is it forever?
But
until you use?
But it's there until you use it. But if you do use it, it leaves behind a coin-sized scar resembling the profile of a tiefling with a reddish hue.
Well, then that's a good way of saying I'm not doing it.
If you don't ever want to, if you're like, no, I never want to use, I never want to be associated with Asmodeus, then you can have it removed with a dispel magic or remove curse.
Okay.
What, do you guys have a problem with being associated with tieflings, huh? Huh?
I think it's more like we don't want a permanent scar.
Nah, it's fine. I get it. It's Asmodeus.
God, it's almost, this feels like talking to a Greek about the Hellenistic pantheon. It's like, yeah, we like Zeus, but we also don't really like him.
That's fair. Yeah, I never really sprung for the whole Asmodeus thing either. He
can be a bit of an asshole sometimes.
Can I make another suggestion? We are in the open with these creatures.
Bunch of lizardmen. Yeah, get them inside.
Yeah, everybody inside.
To less prying eyes.
Also, actually, out of curiosity, would it be possible to? Oh, wait, is the lizardman like outright dead? Just no saving throws, no nothing, just dead. One corpse.
Yeah, the disciples are they don't make save. Cause would make death saves if he was rendered unconscious.
But darn.
But not the disciples.
So is he going to butcher his kin?
Probably.
I don't think so.
They're no good.
I don't even think that they. I don't know what Simeon, your followers, would do with the corpse of a comrade.
Well, They probably
They're
I'm
material.
considering lizard folk. They just turn it into more material and reason it as, hey, like the whole holy thing is, hey, they're dead, but in spirit they're still gonna help us fight, sort of deal.
So does anyone want to make an argument for using his great club, or his heavy club? I should say, it's not a great club; it's a heavy club instead of him.
What's the heavy club?
No.
Is it the
That
capsule?
man is a 7th level paladin. Are you kidding me? He could probably just 1v4 us.
I climb into my barrel of water and just
It's
Oh,
take a
Lord,
nap.
there's 5 of us now.
It should be in your journal now. It should be a handout in your journal. It's called Coxel. It's a heavy club.
Hang on a second. The creature wielding Caxel knows Draconic, so if we borrow it, we can speak to him.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, he would loan you. He could loan you Coxel. Yeah,
Is it a one-handed weapon?
it is a
It's a
one-handed
mace.
weapon. It's a strength weapon. It's a mace. Yeah, it's basically a mace.
It costs 1 silver piece. What?
I think that's just because of club, not because of the whole magic item thing. Magic item costs tend to be kind of wishy-washy.
Well, if you look at some of the like green flame blade and booming blade, they now specify that can only be used with a weapon that has a value of at least 1 silver piece.
Is that to stop you from using it with like improvised weapon or something like that?
I presume improvised weapons, and I also presume things like summoned weapons, like if you were a warlock, a hex blade,
Right.
or if you cast a spell like Shadow Blade, right?
What's the intent there? I don't understand.
I guess they don't want those to work in combination with those other magical abilities.
Why not?
Why not? For a warlock, I can understand.
Wait a
I
second.
can't understand for a warlock.
For a warlock, when you use Hexblade and you, at least if you take Pact the Blade, you can still have like a regular sword. Like usually warlocks will use a magic item as their Hexblade blade.
Yeah, and then I don't like. They can also summon a weapon, but if they summon a weapon, suddenly it can't use Green Flame Blade off it. That's kind of strange.
That doesn't seem like overpowered or anything.
So really, the only thing that it's screwing over are spells like Shillelagh, Mordekainen's Sword, Shadow Blade, and improvised weapons.
No, it actually wouldn't even screw over Shillelagh because Shillelagh just enhances your weapon, so you'd still be able to use Shillelagh and Green Flame Blade, assuming since Shillelagh's a bonus action.
I don't think the quarter staff costs a silver.
Staff doesn't cost.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just hates Mogs. That's great.
So, a question for these lizard folk would be: do they know where the Makana are that they were following? So they will turn their own.
He does not know specifically where they are. He was chasing them, and he intends to resume that chase once they have healed up and are ready to move on. He's pretty confident that he can at least pursue them out of Folsomport to the point where, yeah,
that'd be a good idea. Like, can we join them? Or seems like a good goal.
I don't think they're going to need us.
Well, I mean, we beat them, so I would put it past Makana.
What am I gonna say? Yeah, he is kind of a lizard folk exclusive kind of guy. He doesn't really. He might let the Grung come along, but all of you warm-blooded folks are.
It's a reptile thing.
Very off-putting to him. Yeah.
You're an amphibian.
All right.
Well, whatever.
Well, hang on. Actually, here's a little bit of interesting IRL things. Apparently, alligators, if they find a frog of a similar color, they sometimes, at least the 50-50 chance, they straight up won't fight each other.
That's funny. So anyway, if nobody wants to use Coxel, that's fine. You would need to convince him. You need to give him. You would need to give him a good reason to turn over Coxel and let you use it, and also a promise that you would reunite him with Coxel at some future point when the Makana are neutralized. But if you made
I don't want it.
Oh no, I don't think borrowing it is a good idea. I just would rather just borrow it to communicate.
Yeah, the only person that could really use that is, if it's just a regular club, is probably Connor.
But it's a mace.
And,
It's a mace, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's already agreed upon that I'm not doing I'm not doing any damage in team fights, in combat. I'm just here to support.
Okay, that's fine. He's not going to force you to take his. It's just an opportunity that you might want to actually. But he does suggest. He's like, so yeah. Let me see how I put this. I'm assuming you share the details of what you've been working on here in Folsomport with restoring.
Yes.
Yeah, and he thinks that's all fine. He said, but really, the best way to deal with the Makana is to kill the Makana. He's like, yeah, it's like the longer you stay in this town, you're just giving them more and more time to get stronger and stronger in the area surrounding.
I agree, but where are they?
Well, he's been fighting them all over the island so far. Actually, let me move. I'm going to move back to the map so I can show you.
If you could point us towards like a good location to go to, then I think we should definitely do that.
Yeah.
All right. So that central mountain range with the rivers coming one to the south one. So he doesn't know exactly what the Makana are doing, but that seems to be the focus of their activity. Is the base of those mountains.
That's where we should go.
I imagine my clan is probably in one of these mountain ranges.
Yeah.
And he has some familiarity with religion, so he can also tell you that amongst some of the Makana groups that he has intercepted in those regions, there has been some iconography. One group clearly had, before they became Makana, were clearly followers of the deity Encabulus, and another group had elements that were clearly followers of the deity Talos. One of those is a Greyhawk deity, and one of them is a Faerun deity. They're both deities of disease and pestilence.
Oh.
Fair enough. Well, good to know.
I think we have an inquisition to perform, boys.
Oh, Jesus.
And I think so. Are we planning then to head out of Folsomport and pursue the Makana in the surrounding territory, as Kaz suggests?
Yes.
I'm down.
Nobody expects the Folsomport Inquisition.
Jesus.
Then I think that's a good place to finish our long rest and start up the next session right there.
Yeah.
Right. Long rest.
When we get back, we're killing the head racist, or at least I am. Now, outside I have a real problem with putting gold piece restrictions on anything in the spellcasting components. Myself, they just. I mean, maybe I'm pedantic when it comes to economics, but like what do you do if someone casts Shadowblade and then convinces the guy next to them to offer them 10 gold pieces for it? Now can you use green flame for flame?
Yeah.
Because now it's worth 10 gold pieces. I mean, it just, yeah.
Or put a sword tassel on it worth, More money.
Silver piece. Yeah.
Yeah, but or like to cast Revivify, you have to have 300 gold pieces worth of gems. So you go out, you spend a character level gathering up 300 gold pieces worth of gems, and then suddenly a dwarf caravan comes in with a wagon load of gems, and you're
It ruins the economy.
Right now, can you no longer cast Revivify because your 300 gold pieces worth of gems are only worth 10?
Right. That is really
another
funny.
one with the green flame blade. Just buy a stamp from the post office worth 1 silver piece and stick it on the blade. It's technically now worth 1 silver piece.
Yeah.
Wait, by that logic, could you just use green flame blade on a piece of silver?
You could theoretically, if you're proficient, I would assume. Like, if you take Tavern Brawler and you have a silver piece, you just smack someone with it. Like, you have it on the palm of your hand. You have it on the palm of your hand. You sort of like slap someone with it. It just leaves a burned impression of the silver piece in their cheek.
Oh, Jim, your grung will be 3rd level now. You undergo some accelerated advancement until you get caught up. Basically, because you started 1 level behind, you until you're caught up, you have 1 level per session until you get up. So you will also be 3rd level and be advancing with everybody else going forward. Yeah,
Fantastic.
We're not quite to 4th level yet, but we're close.
All right.
No worries.
I'm going to prepare that spell.
So everybody who has breastplate or who's expecting breastplate or splint from Carl has gotten that now, right?
Yes.
Is there anybody who
By everybody, you mean one person?
It would be, I think, an extra AC for me if I was to take breastplate. I think I can have medium armor.
No, I've got my stuff leather. I think I gotta go, guys. So, yeah, thanks for playing and everything.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Yep.
See you next week.
Yeah,
Nice
so
to meet
breastplate is 14 plus 2 for the dex. So I'd have 16 with the breastplate.
Yeah, unless you have a +4 to con, you're or a +3 to con or something like that. I forget how it works out.
Well, it's dex plus con, so I have a +2 dex and a +3 con, so that's a 15 currently.
Yeah. And so and breastplate 14 plus 2 from your con. Yeah, that's right.
Right. So I would take one a breastplate if he will do it.
Yeah. And we even have the carapaces from the troglodytes that he can give you 1 form of resistance. I mean, it would overlap with your raging resistance, but it's always active. Right?
What? But fire is one of those,
fire.
right?
That's right. It could be fire. Mm-hmm.
Then I'll choose fire.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. And then I think we are ready to go after the Makana then. Yeah, I think we're ready to jump out there next week.
Yeah, nice to be on the offensive.
Remind me, before we do anything next week, to go make Jacaranda some weapons that don't deal piercing damage.
Scimitar is what he's looking at. That really the only rogue weapon that doesn't do piercing is a scimitar.
Scimitar.
But I don't even know if rogues are proficient in scimitar now.
Short sword.
I know it has to be a finesse weapon to the sneak attack, so you definitely want a finesse weapon.
Yeah, it has to be a finesse weapon, and he has to be proficient in it, or he's attacking with disadvantage. And I don't remember if rogues are actually proficient in scimitars.
It's a martial melee weapon, so probably not.
No. Simple long swords, rapiers, and short swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, and none of them are finesse. So
she can't do anything. That's going to be a major.
Short sword and rapier
problem.
are both finesse weapons.
short sword.
Short sword is piercing also.
Yeah, but short sword's not a finesse weapon.
Oh, makes sense. It is a finesse weapon.
Yeah,
It is a finesse
really?
weapon, but it is also piercing.
I thought
So
it
it does no good.
It's a martial weapon. Oh yeah, it's a martial weapon.
so
for some reason.
I don't think there are any simple weapons that are finesse that aren't piercing. I think they all.
The dagger is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it.
It's piercing now. Dagger's piercing.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing here that's finesse and not piercing.
Except for scimitar, but rogues are not proficient in scimitar.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that he can train with scimitar quick enough.
I think. Yeah, it seems to me like I remember, like every time I have a rogue, I always take first level of fighter just so that they're proficient in scimitar.
Oh, really?
We should just get him at least a weapon that deals something that isn't piercing.
So no, this is a showstopper for the group. She will not be able to be, or that character will not be able to assist us in any way without a viable weapon.
Well, no, the only one who was completely immune to piercing was Cause. The others, you never attacked the other lizard folk, but he did the one, yeah, and you should have seen that.
Okay.
That it was not completely immune to piercing, and a magic piercing weapon bypassed their damage resistance. So yeah.
Oh, is that
so we can counter,
or was that because they're in Ghana?
No, that was Cause. Cause is just a special character. Yeah.
So we can count on him to at least, in the case that the big guys have complete resistance to piercing, we can at least counter Jacaranda on getting rid of the small flies.
Right.
So that's at least
that would be excessively bad design to make it to where the rogue just couldn't do anything.
It would be essentially useless.
I mean, from a metagame, how are you going to put it? Both from the extreme metagame level, that would be a bad design, and then just as an individual DM, that would be a really mean thing to do.
Okay, I just wanted to make, as a player, I was trying to look out for her because I thought, oh, this is an interesting situation.
Yeah.
What a bad choice this is.
Yeah. And then in game, there's no real explanation for that, right? Like Cause has special favors from Simianya, but not every random lizard folk should have that, right? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have an extended? I have two questions before you go. Everybody else finish up. Anybody else?
Go on.
So, do you have an?
Is Jim? First of all, Jim, you were a new player? Do you have any questions? That I want to make sure that those are addressed if you have any.
No, just certain commands. Like how do you show the line with the distance? Stuff like that. But I'm sure we can do it. When we have more time.
Okay.
Before a game.
If I think you know this, but I spend quite a bit of time just hanging out on Discord. So if you can catch me in just a random off hour, when you have time, we can explore. I don't have the answers. I don't know why it was taking so long for your damage to get applied in Roll20. I haven't seen that before, but we can definitely experiment and find out what's going on there. And I would like to do that because I don't think you'll be the last.
Speed the game up. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
All right. And then who had a question? I'm sorry. Did I?
I've got two. Do you have a complete pantheon for Dimgaard?
There is no complete pantheon from this. So I can explain that. So when Dimgaard was originally created back in like 1994, I had players that had been playing in. At that time, there were bunches of different settings, right? There was Planescape and Dragonlance, and then you had the most popular ones like Greyhawk and Forgotten Realms. But I had players who had been playing in different places, and they had different deities that they liked and they wanted to bring in. So the structure is that there's this one true faith, and within that one true faith it's patterned greatly after the medieval Catholic Church, where you have this sort of distant and unapproachable supreme deity, right? Like the God. But then, so the way that mortals are able to interact with this God, who very clearly does not want to appear in the daily lives of mortal people, is through intercessors, these layers of saints and prophets and angels. And so you could bring in any deity really that you wanted, and they would be considered an intercessor in the one true faith. And so that
So it's a little
allows.
bit.
Go ahead.
It's a little bit like Lakemar with the 1,000 gods. Whoever you believe in enough.
Yeah, I guess so.
The worshippers come first.
Yeah. So
Then the deity. Okay.
and so that's yeah. So it's meant to be a vehicle to bring in, whatever reasonable deity that you wanted to be your patron deity.
Okay.
Then you had another question, you said?
And now I forgot it.
Oh.
F.
I'm sure I'll think of it, and I'll try and catch you on Discord at some point.
Yeah. There is one other thing about the patrons, about the intercessors.
Oh, the other thing was, could you put a bear icon in my folder so that I could access that?
Yes, I can. I can do that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going to continue to use that until I hit like 6th level.
Yeah.
But then it'll be a cave bear, so it'll still be the same icon.
When do you get animations?
Tip.
Yeah, I was going to say one other thing about the intercessors. Most intercessors will have a legitimate order that operates within the one true faith, and then there will be a group of very dedicated kind of zealots who are dedicated to that deity, who believes that their deity is like the very best intercessor of. Yeah, sure, all intercessors are equal, but ours is the best of the equals, right? And those
We are more equal.
Yeah, and so there almost always is a legitimate order operating within the one true faith, and then these fringe cults that are zealously dedicated to their particular patron deity. Sometimes they don't even recognize the one true faith. Sometimes they believe that the one true faith is just I don't know, some sort of a superstitious reaction to their true religion. Yeah. So.
I had a question actually about it won't come up, but how do you like mortals become gods? Is that a thing? Is that a process? Because obviously, like St. Cuthbert was one.
Mm-hmm. It's not exactly defined. Are you talking about within Dimgaard or within D&D?
Within Dimgaard.
Yeah. So within Dimgaard, you would have to establish your character in some sort of as like a paragon in some way that one ultimate deity would recognize that character should have their own like divine portfolio. Like they should be the patron saints of something, travelers or paladins, right? So you would have to establish that character is so dedicated, like Jacaranda with tieflings, right? So Jacaranda may, at level 20th or something, become the intercessor for tieflings. That would be a rival to Asmodeus type thing, right?
Sure. I mean, that was just always my goal for Garrett.
Yeah, so like Garrett, we probably could have gotten there with Garrett because he was already he was in line to be the next Metropolitan, right? So the Metropolitan, by the way, is the head of the One True Faith, the legitimate One True Faith, and kind of like the Pope. So yeah, Garrett. If we had have kept playing, that was what I was thinking. I was lining up some like extra planar activities for Garrett.
We did do some.
Yeah, we were already
like
headed down that
post level 20 stuff.
Oh, so you've played in his campaign before?
Yeah. Long time ago.
Yeah, I took kind of a hiatus from DMing. Well, not kind of. I took a hiatus, about a 2-year hiatus from DMing. Just not.
I think it's like the Picard syndrome. When you take a hiatus, you sort of like lose your skills a little bit, and it's like, why did I ever stop? I always tell people, don't stop DMing. You'll regret it.
I mean, I've kept playing, but yeah, I haven't in about 2 years. Yeah, it's about 2018, about fall of 2018.
Well, I'm glad you restarted.
Well, thanks. Yeah, this has been a good campaign. I've been really happy with the way this one's been flowing, both tonight and on Tuesday nights. Yeah,
I have to admit, I had some trepidations about the emulation of the Borg. That just sort of seemed odd to me.
Oh, I have a question for the future. I guess it'll probably come up then, perhaps as a bit metagamey, but since it's the Modrons, are they not rogue Modrons at that point? Is it separate? Because I presume like Primus would want to be like, hey guys, that's not okay. You're a rogue Modron.
Modrons.
Yeah. The original Modron was like broken. Yeah, it was almost dead whenever the artificer found it. And
in this game,
yeah, if you read the backstory of where the Meccana come from, there was this Modron patrol that had some unknown mission, unspecified mission, that they failed to fulfill, which is like the ultimate torment to a Modron, right? That Modrons are all about fulfilling duty and
their mission. I understand that very well.
Yeah. And
Modrons, however, I have a great affinity for. We played an excellent game of Planescape where we did the Modron March, and
oh yeah, that's cute.
We did. The DM had the most unique approach to one of the most. We were supposed to sit. I'll make it very quick. I'm not going to bore you with a long story, but we had to save a particular Modron. We go to this demo plane, and we find that they're telling him that he is Primus.